Hello, 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 everybody, and hello, Angie. How are you tonight?
I am good. How are you? I was reading a message. You know, Keena be sending us messages from behind
The
uh
curtain.
the curtain, and so I had to see what she was saying. Like, was she giving me some kind of orders?
I
So
hear
I'm
you.
trying to see what she was telling me to do.
Well, how,
Um,
how have you been handling this cold with your walking?
n- Done. Okay, so I wear a fanny pack when I go walk to hold my phone in, my keys in, and a pair of gloves. And the pair of gloves are in there all year, spring, summer, all the time. So I'm walking yesterday. I had to go get a cup of tea from Starbucks, and I put my gloves on because it's just too cold. I can't live my life like this. I was freezing. I wanted to put my big, big, big coat on, but I think the next time I go out, I'll have a hoodie on. I was freezing. Oh my God.
Our hot tub, our spa thing was on this morning when I woke up. It woke me up actually because it automatically kicks on when it gets below a certain temperature, like I think it's 39 degrees or something.
Oh, I was reading the questions, some of the questions.
Oh, no problem. Anyway, so it kicked on, so I knew it was cold this morning. So I was
See?
thinking, I bet
Listen, when
Angie
I
would
went
not be
outside,
walking.
Don, it was frost on the windows. Oh my goodness. I was like, this just ain't right. I can't live my life like this. And I act every winter, I'm just as stunned as before. Like, it really get this cold because you're so used to it being so warm. Then when it get cold, you're like, it really get this cold? I can't believe it. And it get this cold.
Well, hopefully this is a freak time and it will just get over and then be back to a little bit warmer.
I can't live my life like this.
Girls get the beanie on your
Oh,
head
I had
too.
a hat on my head, GP. I definitely had a hat on. You know, I'm not walking out. If you saw my video, I had a hat on. I definitely had a hat on. I'm about to get some earmuffs or just put my hoodie on. It's just too cold. I can't deal with it. I will take that heat over this any day.
But
Listen,
you are
everybody
definitely
on my timeline from Michigan, they are, it's cold, it's cold. I told y'all think it don't get cold in Arizona. It get cold in Arizona. It gets very cold in Arizona. I don't like
mhm.
it.
They had snow in Kingman this week, and they had big time snow in Flagstaff. They had over a foot of snow in Flagstaff this week.
Yeah, I saw it. You'll never see me up there in the winter.
I love it. I
They
want to
were
go up
talking
there
about road
forever.
closures and blah, blah, blah. I was like, who would choose to live that life? No, thank you.
I haven't been skiing forever, so I need to go up. I want to go skiing. It's been too
I
long.
thought about skiing too. No, thank you. I think my sister and I'm going to Utah in January. Utah in January, the peak of winter. No, thank you. Y'all gonna get avalanched in. No, I'm not doing it.
Oh my gosh, what part of Utah? Because I know it's going to be it's the Zion. We used to go as far in as Zion, and that was about it. There was nothing. I didn't leave anything in Utah, so I really didn't want to go back to it, except for Zion.
I don't know. Keena probably. Keena, what part of Utah y'all going to? Exactly. Exactly. Wait, you not going? Oh, but Kamora going. So what? Where are they going? Wait, why you not going? Hmm. Probably because it's too cold. Oh yeah, it's too cold. Exactly. That's all I'm trying to say. Y'all act like just because we from Michigan, we don't get cold. I was cold in Michigan. I didn't like it.
Well, I tell you, I don't mind the cold so much, but I like the fact that I like it like for Flagstaff that I can go to the snow and then come back from it. I don't have to be in it all the time. So
Exactly. Well,
exactly.
the only thing I did today, well, actually, I did a pot of pinto beans because you know I like one pot of anything in the winter. So I did a smoked turkey drumstick, and then I did the pinto beans, and then for Brandon because he doesn't eat pinto beans, and for my niece because she's over here, my little, I made them. They eat rice with everything. It doesn't matter what I cook, they want rice. So they had rice and fried chicken and bread, and so that's what they ate. But
You know,
I
I was I was at the Macintosh, which is over in Phoenix on something close to like 24th Street and Camelback. And it's
Uh-huh.
over by the Nordstrom's rack. And they had red beans and rice. And I was telling myself, no, don't do it because it's not going to be good. You know, nobody can do this so good. I ordered it and I ordered a small cup and I regretted it because I wish I had a big bowl.
And where was it? Because I love a good red beans and rice. Did it
This
have
is over.
sausage in it too?
It did. It had the andouille sausage, and it had also. I'm guessing they used that the pickled pork, which is their traditional way of doing it. It was so good, and it's called the Macintosh, and it's over off of like 24th and Camelback,
Look,
and
you see me
it's
get
in
my paper right now to write
yeah,
that
it's in
down.
that shopping center where the Nordstrom rack is, and it is so good. It's the Collins and the Macintosh are sister restaurants, and but it is the red beans and rice are the best I've had since I left Houston and our law school. Because in our law school, the lady was from Louisiana and she made red beans and rice, and I loved it. And I haven't found it anywhere good until this. I fell in love with that bowl. I wanted to
Oh,
taste.
I will go there and just be like, give me the biggest bowl you got to go,
Yes.
please.
Yes, I ordered Brussels sprouts the way that I like them with the grilled sprouts with the bacon and stuff, and and I'm
Oh
like, you
my,
know what?
they
Yeah,
have
those,
that too?
yes, yes. So that was my meal. I had the Brussels sprouts and the red beans and rice, and I should have ordered the bigger one because it was so damn good.
Listen, I will cook some some bacon and some Brussels
Brussels sprouts.
sprouts and eat that. When I'll put my onion and bell pepper in it with it when I cook. I'll
Hmm.
eat just that, or make me some bread too to eat with it. That's a whole meal. I don't need nothing else, just that little bit right there. It's so
Yep,
good.
yep. Well,
And my
town and
mom
country
didn't make it
shopping.
when we were younger, but now she'll make it all the time.
Yeah, Julie says town and country shopping center. Yeah, yeah. And it's so good. And again, it has they do the Brussels sprouts like I do, cut in half, and then they bake them off with the candied bacon.
Calling Dr. Bombay, calling Dr. Bombay, emergency.
Sorry. That's my ringtone for my better half. Anyway, so they are so good, and then with some balsamic vinegar. Anyway, it's delicious. So that was my meal.
Oh yeah, Salt Lake City. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds really good.
Exactly. So with that said, let's get to it. Who do we read first? Yeah, Julia, it is Town and Country, and again, Macintosh. If anybody's in Phoenix and you want to get some
Oh,
good
I will
food,
make a trip over there just to go. You know, I'll go and get some good food.
exactly. Hey, Terry T, happy birthday, happy belated birthday. Of course, I saw you on Sunday with your birthday, and it was good.
Oh my goodness, Terry T said, he said, Miss Angie, you are funny on your walks. No, not that one. He said, you are funny on your walks. You should do one with Don and you roaming the streets and just giving random people reading.
That would be cool. I kind of like that. Yeah.
You know,
Except
I
though,
love talking. I be on my walk just talking, talking, talking. People be cracking up like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, this is what happened on my walk. I'm serious. There
well,
was a live band on the corner one day, and I thought I was recording it, but I wasn't. And I had it on photo, and I thought I had it on video, so I just pressed the button and it took a picture, and I'm just going by like this, didn't catch none of it, but they was hilarious on the corner singing. Like they had the karaoke microphone, the big speaker. He had a good time. Like they were on the corner singing their hearts out for donations to get more equipment.
yeah. The only thing that I wouldn't do is a mediumship on the street because the mediumship readings again, those are dicey. So you don't know who wants to really know. So it's like don't do that. Remember, I've seen a few different spirits, and I'm like,
You know, when I'm with Sherry Berry, it just automatically kicks in. Like we went to Lolo's in Gilbert this past weekend, and we were sitting there, and the table behind us was just having all kinds of stuff going on. And we were talking, then all of a sudden we both was like dead silent, and we were both just all up in their mix, their whole family, and the son and the mom. Oh my God. And I couldn't tell if she was a stepmom or the real mom, but the son had it with the mama. She was working his last nerve.
Oh my.
It was, listen, just randomly getting in folks' head. And I usually don't do that, but it only happens when I'm with Sherry Berry. I think she's a bad influence.
It must be that Sherry Berry energy.
Normally, I would not do that, but today I went on my walk and I did not record because it's just cold, people, and I just was trying to get it done and get back, and it didn't look pleasant, so I did not record it. But maybe I'll do one tomorrow because everybody seems to like the videos.
Well, super. Then let's see if we can, what we have for, who is it? Lotus Siren, okay?
Okay. All right.
Oh.
Let me see what Lotus Siren has. Hello, Agent Don. Here, Brandon. To know if I will pass my Series 7 on January 9th and how will I do? How will I do on the Series 63? Oh my God. Okay. Immediately when I read your question, I saw you studying, like with the book in your hand, going over and over and over and over. But you're taking. I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Terry T when he was going to take his test. If you had to explain this to me, what this stuff meant, or what some of these terms are, what some of this, how would you explain this to me? If I said, how do you do whatever the test is, how would you write out the steps for me to understand? If you could memorize, if you remember how the steps go and what order the things go and how to, do these processes, it should be easy for you to answer. But I do see you studying very frantically, but you're trying to remember, like you're trying to memorize versus just learn it by knowledge. So if I came up to you and asked you whatever question and you just explained it to me, like if somebody asked me how to make spaghetti and meatballs, I would say, well, this is what I do. I cut up my onions, I cut up my bell pepper, I put my meat in and brown it, drain the oil off. So I would walk it out step by steps instead of trying to memorize each little thing. Like if they give a question, what do you put as weight? Like memorize the process for what you're doing, and then it'll be easier for you when the questions come up because you know it's step by step by step if there's a process. But I'll ask the pendulum if you're going to pass on January 9th. So Lotus Siren wants to know, will she pass her Series 7 on January 9th? I got a quick yes on January 9th. So for me, that's a yes. And again, I saw you studying, so I think that you're doing pretty good. And then you said, and how will I do on the Series 63 a week later? So will Lotus Siren. Okay. So then it says, will I pass the Series 63 1 week after I take the Series 7? And I got a yes on that too. I feel like you really know it's just you making yourself extremely nervous. You got to settle down a little bit and just kind of give yourself a break and just try a different learning technique. So maybe watch some videos too. They're usually YouTube videos. I think me and Don told you that before, to watch some YouTube videos and to try different techniques for studying. But I do see you, the pendulum just said you passed. I think you're gonna pass. I'll pull one card for like the overall energy for you regarding the test and see what I get. But for me, the pendulum said yes, and I saw you studying, and then that was the message, just to tell you to look at different techniques for doing it and maybe talk. And I think Don also mentioned to you to talk to other agents. And if this isn't you, then it's somebody else, because we've had several people. I can't believe that many people would want to would be taking a test, but what do I know? But I thought that he told you back then to talk to some of the other people in your office and to that you would pass. So I'm not sure. So let me see if I can get one card. Okay, so, all right. Okay, so see, you're doing a lot better than you think you are, Lotus Siren. You are very hard on yourself, but that's because you want to be like the top. You want to do, you want to have like a perfect score, and you're doing very well. I feel like each time you take it, you get a higher and higher, higher score if that's possible. But I feel like you have very good study habits. You seem to know when to buckle down, when to stay out of social, calm your social life down, and you're really serious about getting this done. So I think that you're going to be fine. Um, so I truly believe that you'll be fine with this test. All right. So that's all I have for you. And Don had to step away for an emergency. I'm not sure when he'll be back or if he'll be back, but we'll go for a little while and then I'll give you an update as to what he's going to do. Um, oh, that's that perfectionist. I was like, you just want a perfect, and that's what I heard. You want a perfect score. You want 100. You don't want to miss anything. And if you miss it, you want to know, well, what did I miss and why did I miss it? And was it a trick question? Like you really tear it apart when you think that you didn't get 100%. But you are very knowledgeable, is what Spirit is telling me, and they're showing you like with a light bulb that goes on in your head. It's like once you get into the rhythm of taking the test, you are very methodical about it and you kind of just have a rhythm and you just kind of zone out too. So it's like you play a little bit of music in your head. Like I can hear the Jeopardy music. I don't know if that's what plays in your head, but I can hear the Jeopardy music in my head. So I assume that you do something that is a little bit methodical to put you in the mood while you're in the test. Yeah, you don't like not knowing. Hi, Mystic Ray. Hi, Miss Irene. Hi, Terry T. Hi, Paul. Um, hi, Miss Susan. Hi, Julie. I don't know if I said hi to all you to everyone on here. GP, Pam. Last name Wilson. Woo! That list got long, long. Jasmine, Selma. Lots of people. All right, so Blue Ocean is next. Can I have a general reason? You sure can. I will pull 2 cards for you on a general reading. So let me see what 2 cards they have for you. But I did hear as I read your question, can I get up? As if you feel like you've fallen down and you're asking your higher power, can you get up? Is it time for you to get up and stand tall, like you're bent over or you're down on your knees praying and you're asking, can I get up? Like you've had a rough time. So 1 card popped out. I'm gonna get 1 more card. Oh, here's 2. Nope, that's too many. I'll get 1 more card for you, Miss Blue Ocean. So let me get 1 more card for you. That's 2. I'll take. Oh, ooh. Okay. So the first card I got was action. It's the 8 of Wands. That means that there's going to be movement. There's either going to be messages coming in, letters coming in, some kind of correspondence coming in. This is things moving very quickly, moving in haste, moving in fast. It's also travel, holiday, romance, all of those things. This is all good. This is fast moving information coming into you, things that are going to start moving quickly. So that's the first thing that I get for you. And then I got the 3 of Swords. That's a broken heart. So either you're at the end of a broken heart or you're going to experience a little bit of a broken heart, but I don't think that it's romantic. It also says, depression and separation and sadness. So maybe there's just a little bit of sadness, but then I get the 2 of Wands, and for me, they're telling me that were you planning a trip and then you found out you couldn't go, and is that what the heartbreak is? Because for me, or the 2 of Wands is planning. So I got planned when I asked what the broken heart was. I got that you were planning something that you couldn't go. So is that true? You were planning a trip and you're unable to go on the trip. Is that what you're finding out? But it doesn't seem like a financial issue. It seems like I can't get a time off sort of thing. So I'm not sure if that's what's going on, but that's what I got for you. There's going to be a little bit of heartache, or you just experienced some heartache and then you were planning something, and the heartache is that whatever you were planning did not come to fruition or is not coming to fruition. So that's what I got for you, Blue Ocean. And Don's back.
I am back. Sorry about that, folks.
No problem.
Just little technology issues as usual. What are we doing? Blue Ocean? Blue Ocean.
Yes, she wanted a general.
Let me see what we got for Blue Ocean.
Oh, she said she could not go on a trip. So that's what I got, is that you planned a trip and you were unable to go. But there's news coming in about something else. But I couldn't get whether it was romantic or career. I heard the word career. So maybe there's some good news coming in about your career promotion. Is there room for advancement, or you should be looking for something that'll take you to the next level, is what I'm getting on this. So that's what the good news is that's coming in. It's about work. And then wands are wishes, work, career, creativity. So I'm thinking that this has to do with work. So good news should be coming in regarding homework.
I think that good news is going to be like a raise or promotion or something. Look
Exactly.
at that.
I heard the word promotion immediately.
Yep. Look at that money, cha-ching, cha-ching. That's the ace. That's like and again, that's the start of something new. So therefore, again, money you didn't expect, and probably again a raise or promotion. Could be a bonus, but cha-ching,
We love
cha-ching.
unexpected cash, Don.
Exactly. And I love this because the Knight of Swords again. So again, this is coming quickly toward you. So be open and be ready for it, which I'm loving. And look at this, another night. So you have 2 nights. You have a lot of activity going on because this is going to make you very happy. This money is going to make you happy, and I don't blame you. This time of year, why not, right? But it's interesting. Let's see what else we got here. 5 of Swords. Now, it's interesting with the 5 of Swords is that's a conflict. So as the money comes in, you're going to say, what do I, oh, you got 3 of Swords, huh? So for me, the 5 of Swords is that conflict of saying, okay, what am I going to spend the money on? What's my priorities? Who gets what? You know, that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm seeing there. So anyway, that's what I'm getting for you, Blue Ocean. So yeah, money coming in. So get ready for it. Again, it's not money you expected. This is money that is coming in. It's like a bit of a surprise from what I'm seeing. But you put the work in to get it. That's for sure. It's just that you didn't expect it. It was not something you had planned for, is what I'm seeing.
I love unexpected cash. You can always give me a bouquet of cash.
I hear you. I don't need a bouquet. Just leave a little bag of money on the doorstep. I'm good.
Exactly. Just roll up a knot and just set it right next to my bed. I'm good with that.
Exactly.
So I hope that helps you, Blue Ocean, and that makes you happy. Even though you weren't able to go on the trip, you will get some good news about work and possible promotion and more money, unexpected money.
If you're not going to trip, you're saving some money. And while we're saving money, everybody, if you are on Facebook, make sure you do this, please. And if you're on YouTube, and of course, from Kana, Angie, and I, holiday spirit and wishes. This is our holiday spirit to you. And I've yet to edit that to say Kina, but
Don, let me tell you this. The other day, yesterday, when I went on my Starbucks adventure, I had like 4 videos I had to piece together. I combined them all together. I said, Don will be so proud. You can't even tell where one end and the other one start, because I don't know what I did. I just wanted something. They was like, do you want to edit these? They sent me a video editor. And they was like, what do you want to add? I said, this one, this one, and this one. And they put them all together and there it is. And it turned into one big video. I don't even know how I did it, but it was done.
Nice. Oh, we're all getting high tech here. That's a good thing. We can get dangerously good.
I'm trying.
I hear you.
All right, Isabella, she did not have a question, so I'm assuming she just wants a general. I'll just pull 2 cards for you for a general, since you did not put a question, and I'll ask what's for your greatest and highest good. So got the first. Ooh.
I would love a general reading, she says.
Okay. Oh, that's perfect, because that's what I was going to do. Oh, that's too many cards. Okay, here's the other one. You know what? This one has been trying to come out repeatedly, so I'm going to take it. Okay, so walk with me. I know you're going to be all alarmed at the first card. It's the Death card, but The death card is a good thing. You get to bring this to an ending. When it's the death card, that means you control the ending. It says spiritual transformation, new beginnings, and letting go endings. So there is something that's ending, but you're putting an end to it. The universe isn't coming in to tear it down because you won't move. This is a good thing. You are ending something. So this is an ending, letting go, spiritual transformation. All of those things are happening for you. We love endings. We love the death card. Listen, I love it ended. That means it's over and done. Boop, keep moving. But then
Angie,
right after that, I got the lover's card.
One thing, Angie. What was that phrase you just used?
Let it go. Did I say let it go?
Let it go, let it go. When I rise like the break of dawn.
I feel like I'm in a concert and I literally feel like I should have a lighter just going. That is one of my lady from that show laughing. Those are my top of the line right there. I love both of those.
I just had to do it.
I love it, love it, love it. So then, Miss Isabella, right after you ended, then I got the lover's card, which is a relationship, and I thought, well, is this what kind of relationship is? And then the 10 came up. It tried to come up right after I put the death card, but I put it back because I didn't think so. And then it popped out again. So that meant, hey, I really want to come out. So the 10 of Cups is the marriage card. So the lover's card and the marriage card together looks like there is going to be a nice relationship. If you're in one, it looks like it's going to that happily ever after. If you are not in one, then it looks like one that's coming along that'll be a little bit more serious. If you are currently in one, maybe it's the renewing of your relationship and you're getting to more happier times. But I'm feeling like you're going to meet someone and you're going to move that along to the to marriage. So that's what I got for you. That's the general reading I got for you. Something's ending and then a beginning in love.
Sounds like some Kundalini energy at work here.
So that's that. And then, Don, what'd you get?
Exactly. Oh my goodness. Hey, by the way, Catherine Metcalf, I mentioned her last week to everybody. She's the astrologer and she's doing those life maps, the life, whatever. Anyway, she wanted to thank the folks who responded to the ad and that she will get that work out to them. So just to let them know that, that's a good thing. And so anyway, 2 for $30, what a deal. Celestial map.
I saw that and I was like, wow, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, and all you need to know is their birth date, their birth time, and their birth location, and then she'll provide that. So anyway.
Listen, I don't need to know nothing else about nobody else's life. I just need my life. Just
I hear you.
not nobody else. Listen.
The people who
if I get in your life, then you might start sending me messages about you. I'm good. No.
For the people who took up on that, thank you so much, and you will appreciate them. They'll be great gifts for Christmas, I assure you.
I like the little like she'll put a nice long Facebook post for each moon cycle.
Yeah.
And so I like when she puts those. It gives me a little bit of insight. I'm not very good at the astrology stuff, but I do like what she says. And I just usually she'll say it'll affect this house, and then I'll go look and be like, oh, okay, that makes sense to me. So that's what I do. That's the best that I'm gonna get.
To me, that astrology stuff is so in depth. I never touch it. I'm like, that's her thing and other people's thing, and I appreciate what they do because it's too much for me. It's like I can't.
Yeah, Tina likes it a little bit too, and she studied it a little bit more than me, but it's too much. And they're like, oh, well, it's this and that. No, thank you. I feel like I'm back in school again. No, thank you.
Exactly. And who is it we're doing again? Sorry about that. Who was it we were doing, Kina? Do you remember?
Kina, who are we doing? Wait, who was it just now? We did Isabella, right?
Isabella, right? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Let me see what I got for Isabella. I love that name. Well, that says Selma.
Wait, so Don didn't do Isabella, Kina. I did Isabella. Okay, there we go.
Isabella. I just love that name.
Oh, that's the lady's name on Twilight. I love me some Twilight.
Mm-hmm. Isabella.
My daughter called me the other day. She said, there's a new Twilight movie out. I was like, no, it isn't. I would already know. They re-released one of the other movies, and she was like, oh my gosh, you got me into those. And I love them. I said, me, when Ariane was my little and Brandon, we went to see every one of them when they were released the week that they were released. We loved them.
I've got an interesting card here. Again, it's your chakra alignment. Okay, so it seems like when you get this card, generally speaking, you have to look at the cards around it, and one of the cards I got is this one, and so I'm feeling like your chakras are quite out of alignment, and so I think you might want to do some adjustments with your chakras and get them in line. One way to do that is there's many ways to do it, but one way, there's some videos on YouTube that can help you by teaching you how to line your chakras up again. There's a number of quick trips. I think I've even did a video on it, which is quite interesting, and how you spin the plates and so forth. But the point is the biggest thing is your chakras a little bit out of alignment, so you may want to get them in line, which is kind of nice, and get ready for what's coming to you. Because again, I'm getting this feeling like you're metaphysical yourself, and I'm getting the feeling like there's a bit of a download coming. Look at that third eye. Look at that third eye. It is on fire, and it is ready.
It's beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful? Look at that. I love it. So again, I think you're getting ready for that the download. And look at this. I mean, this energy, this vibrancy. When you come through, this is you. You're going to be seeing so much more and feeling so much more. So get ready for this. Get ready to embrace this. I think that this is what's coming for you. So again, get your chakras lined up. Make sure that you're open up to all things, and your energies are totally focused. So where you can benefit from it. Okay. So that's what I'm getting.
Sorry.
No problem. Next is Selma. And Selma is a general reading.
And you are right. There are a lot of good chakra videos on YouTube. Like there's a lot of stuff on there for free. Like YouTube is a wealth of knowledge. Like just anything you want to know, you can find on there. How to cook this, how to fix that, blah, 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 blah. YouTube University. Like that is the best place to find out how to do some stuff.
It's kind of become my Google. I used to go to Google for everything, and so now it's kind of my Google, because when I want to find out how to do something or whatever, I go to YouTube to find it, and I can find somebody who, if they're cooking something, I can watch how they're cooking. I don't have to
exactly.
read if I'm looking at how to fix something on my car, I'll do it. If I need how to figure out a alarm signal that's coming on the dishwasher, whatever it is, I can look online and do it.
I learned how to change the filters in my car, how to change the little air motor thing, the little AC motor in my car. Me and my son did that. All kinds of stuff you learn how to do on YouTube.
Yeah.
And you just be like, wow, YouTube just has anything. Or you can start a garden, just anything people put on there. It is amazing. You can probably take guitar lessons on YouTube.
Didn't you tell me that there's even the sounds or something, that continuous sounds of like shuffling and things like that?
You can listen to shuffling sounds. You can listen to bells, bowls, whatever you want. But there's a shuffling sound, and then there's that. You know how when you're in a casino and you hear those coins dropping, ching, 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 ching? There's that sound too. You can listen to that continuously. People have everything online, and I'm just like, really? And it'll be like 9 hours of just whatever.
That's amazing. Yeah. So I go to YouTube for most anything now. When I need to figure out how to do something, that's where I go for it.
Yeah, it is amazing what you can find on there.
Exactly.
I taught my son how to tie his tie on from YouTube. We went on YouTube, and it was beginner, and we learned how to tie his tie on there.
You do what you got to do.
Everything on YouTube.
But you know what I can't figure out? Even watching YouTube, I can't do the bow tie thing. I still watching them do it. I can't do it. I don't know why.
I've seen them. There's probably 50,000 videos. One person does it this way, because even with the tying of the tie on video, there was probably 4 or 5 that we had to choose from, and I picked the one that seemed the easiest to us, that was the least amount of flips and turns and blah blah blah. But there were so many different kinds of beginner videos.
Yeah.
So yeah. Even with I was on there looking for how to make chicken and wild rice soup, the kind like Panera. There was probably 10 videos that said copycat video. So
that's amazing. I love it though, because again, you have those options, which I think are amazing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, my friend wanted a shortcut to making red velvet cake, and she went on there and found a Sandra Lee semi-homemade. And I used to love Sandra Lee when she was on the TV Food Network or whichever one she was on. I loved her because I'm so semi-homemade. Start with something that's already there, add to it. I always loved her. And they got rid of her show, but I would have still Ina Garten.
I love her.
I love Ina. Oh my God. I just always want to attend her party. She's just so, it just looks so inviting. She seems like such a nice host.
Yeah, that's almost homemade or something was Sandra Lee's, right?
Semi-homemade, yeah.
Semi-homemade, yeah. And then, but yeah, Ina to me is like a notch above the rest. She is just.
Yeah, she's so sophisticated, and but she's still down home. So you want to go there, and you're just like, oh, she's such a gracious host. And then this one lady was pregnant, and she made her this big, beautiful basket and took it over to her with all these, she made her fresh preserves and put all this stuff in there for her to eat, while she was either while she was pregnant or right after she had a baby. But it was a big, beautiful basket, and how she just threw all that stuff in there. And I was like, I would love to get a basket.
Yeah, no, I love her. I think, and also her sophistication, she doesn't smack you in the head with it. She's just like, this is what I've seen, this is what I do, and if you like it, then we do this. It's not like, this is the only way to do it. She has a really good way of just kind of, sharing. I love it. So.
Mystic Rain, I'm telling you, the video that we did, she said, or Mystic Rain said, learning how to tie the tie was never ending, and she couldn't grasp. Let me tell you, this had to be like 3 or 4 little bloops, and then you were done, and you were like, dang, I did it right. But I'm gonna send it to you, Mystic Rain. I'm telling you, it was the easiest video ever. My niece said she learned how to do it on there. I taught my son how to do it, and it was the easiest video ever. Now, there are some that are overly complicated. I'm like, that's just too much. It's about 17 different things. It ain't even that much of a tie to tie for you to have that many steps. But the one that I saw was probably 3, maybe 4 things to do, and it was so easy.
I remember they used to have a rhyme, and you would think over the bridge and under the tunnel and whatever, and that's how they explained it.
Yeah.
So.
My sister was trying to learn how to do crocheting, and it was something like stab once, choke it out, or something like that. For people who couldn't understand it, but it was like stab it, choke it, pull it, or something. Like it was all hard. Things about hurting someone, but they kept doing it over and over. He was like, I guess you can remember that, stab it, choke, whatever it was. I sent it to her and tagged her in it. I don't know if she did it, but it was neat to me that was the terms that they were using on YouTube University.
Let it go. So Selma, general reading for Selma. Let's hook up some Selma here.
Paul, this isn't your first time, sir. You were on here with Don and Susan just on Tuesday. Oh, that's Paula. That's a different one.
Oh wow. Okay.
Isn't the other one the same?
No, one is Paul, Paule. And
is it black also?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Oh, that's the twin. Oh, I'm like, am I losing my mind?
Let it go, let it go.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, wait a minute. I know that name is already in it. Got it.
So let's see, Selma. Yeah, Selma, I'm working on your energy. Working on your energy, Selma. Let's see what we get here.
All right, we'll see what Spirit says. Spirit will divide and conquer. It'll let me know. So Miss Selma wants a general. I'm just going to pull a card. When you don't ask a question, I'm not going to try that hard. Oh, dang. I might be right. Let me keep going. Exactly.
Man, Selma. I'm getting that infamous card that Angie just had, the death card, the change card. And the change card is in reference to a job. So I don't know if you're looking to change jobs or change professions, but that's what I'm getting. I'm getting a change of jobs. And I'm liking this because you're not really certain if you're ready for this or if you want this. But again, when the option arises, it seems like this is probably the best thing for you. You can make this happen. You can follow through. So do it. If a job is offered to you, take it. Focus on the things that you need to focus on most to make the decision, and ignore the rest, because again, there's a lot of things in the decisions to be made. So make sure you're focused on which it is. But in the end, you're going to be making more money and you're going to be more stable with this. So again, take that opportunity if you can, Selma, and make sure that you embrace change. Embrace it and make it work to you for your advantage. That's kind of
okay, so let me try to pull some cards because I did not get anything psychically. I'm not able to get in the energy at all. So 3 cards fell out. I'm going to take them. So I got the Wheel of Fortune. That means that something is turning in your favor. Just Lord. I got the Wheel of Fortune for you, Selma. So things are turning in your favor. If things have been a little bit down, they're now turning up and coming in your favor. So I did get that, and that's a 10, which is a 1, which is a new beginning. So I like that for you. I got the King of Wands, and the King is about being in charge, but I also got the Emperor. So that's 2 strong cards of being in charge, being in command, being at full capacity. So the first one is leadership, and then the Emperor is stability, structure, and perfection. So both of these cards are saying that you are either in this energy or need to be in this energy. That's what you're going to. So you're getting the Wheel of Fortune, but then we're getting this right. We're getting 2 very dominant male personalities or male energies that are saying that you are in control. You are at the top of the line. You are leadership. I hear the word promotion. So definitely if you have something that's going on in your business or at work, I do hear that you're ready for a promotion. You're ready to take more of a manager or a VP role in your company. So I'm getting that these are 2 very strong, the top of the list for male dominant energy. So I'm getting that you are going to have some great leadership opportunities coming ahead for you in the next couple months. And I did hear a couple months for you. Thinking about a job change. Okay, so I'm thinking that if as I read that, if you get your resume out there, update your resume and use strong leadership words. Like your resume doesn't seem to accurately portray exactly all that you do. You are downplaying your skills, and they're saying you need to use some more words that show what your leadership is and show some of the changes that you've made. Like you're not patting yourself on the back enough. You're not giving yourself enough credit for what you're doing. And you're doing a magnificent job. And if you want to move up, I'm hearing that you can have a 6-figure salary. If you already have a 6-figure salary, it could be higher, but you can have a 6-figure salary in 2023 if you actually market yourself correctly. You're just not putting your skills out there. So that's what I got for you, Selma.
Selma, if I could offer you some advice, I used to be a legal recruiter while I was in between legal jobs and wanting to find myself, shall we say. The one thing I would suggest to you is make sure you use power words in your sentences. Use power words. Find words that are specific to your environment, specific to your career, and use those power words. Make sure they're in there. Plant them, embed them, because when somebody reads a resume, often they are somebody who is not in your field. They are somebody who's either a recruiter for the company or a recruiter for an outside recruiter brought into the company, and they are only looking. They're told a list of requirements and buzzwords and understanding of what the job is, but not much more. So you want to make sure that you get put your application gets put to the top of the list by using those buzzwords, those power words. and making sure that again, like Angie was saying, you have to overstate, but also be careful not to overstate and underdeliver. Make sure that when you overstate something, it's still, you can do it. But you have to make sure that you bring it to their attention that you can do it. Do not be shy. This is one time your shyness does not work. No, I will tell everybody, do not be shy on your resume. Do not be shy, because that is your introduction. And it is the one time where you have to present yourself, and nobody and nothing else will represent you in that moment except for that piece of paper. And when you look at it compared to the others, that's important. So make sure that you do that. Also, if you are education heavy and job light, make sure that the education goes first. If you're job heavy and education light, then the job goes first. If you have underneath, if you're involved in the community, make sure that's in there. And if you have any accolades or things that were given to you, awards and rewards, not only from work, but also community and those things, make sure they're in there too somewhere. Because again, that just shows that you have stability, that you can bring benefit to the organization, that you're not just a cog in the wheel. And those things are what I looked for when I was recruiting. I made sure that I got somebody who was well-rounded. And I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody, but I will tell you, again, when I used to look at those resumes, I only had a few minutes to look at each resume, and yet you worked for hours on that resume. You worked for hours to find the opportunity to send it, and I had 2 minutes to look at it because I had so many to look at. So again, make sure yours rises above the rest. And make sure the form and the flow is nice as well. And make sure there's nothing contradictory. If you look at your dateline, and in your dateline, you show you work someplace, and then in your dateline later on, you show you did something else, that's a red flag. At that point, you're gone. So again, make sure that your thing flows properly.
I also like to I have several different versions, because like I was in education, I was in like housing, now I'm in compliance. So I have different versions of my job based on what job I'm trying to get. And so I always like to look at samples. Like there are very good samples out there. So if I want an HR resume, I'll see what they're putting out there, or I'll look at what the HR jobs are requiring and see if I have those requirements, and then use some of those buzzwords that they put in there, on my resume, because that's what the search engine is looking for. That's what the person's looking for, those words. And so I often, look at other resumes, and then I also use, whatever the advertisement is for the job that I want, to see what they're saying in there that they want, to see if that's what I have on there, or if I can do whatever it is that they're asking. And that's worked for me a lot too.
I'll show you, not to deviate too much, but I will show, let me see if I can show you one that is a great format, so you can see what one looks like. And you don't have to use this, but again, it's a great format to use. Let me see if I can share it. I should be able to. Can you all see that?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you see the, again, my name, the profile, professional experience, and then education, bar admissions, professional affiliations, and recognitions. Smooth, clean, easy. So that's just an idea of again, how one flows. And that's one that I used to love that format when I would see it. And so I copied that from somebody else when I saw that format. I thought it worked well. So anyway, that's just an idea.
Oh, sorry. I was looking for,
Oh, no problem. Just work on that resume, Selma. Get it updated, get it clean. Get it clean. Make sure there's no contradictions. Again, because if you have contradictions in your resume, I assure you that you're going to get the big old red check, and out the door you're gone, because you won't get seen. The resume has to flow, and the timeline has to be valid. If there's any kind of contradictions in the resume, you're going to screw yourself. So make sure that it's there. And again, make sure you use the buzzwords, and make sure you're making a clear and concise argument why you are the best candidate.
Exactly. Everybody hates to update their resume, but if you continuously update it or keep it, like as soon as I get a new job, I try to put the new job on there, so that I don't have to rush when I need a new job. Because usually when you need a new job, you've had it up to here with these people, and you just get out of there. So I try to keep it updated so that I'm ready at all times for it.
Absolutely. And Pam says that she uses that same format. So,
Yeah.
So again, just an idea that, again, people do it. So, Next in line. So there they go. Jasmine, Jasmine. Not just once, but twice. That's a lot of Jasmine going on there. What's
I've
coming?
seen that name before. I feel like because it's a unique name, so I've heard
It's been a while
what's
though.
coming for me in love. Okay.
Yeah. I love
Let me
reading.
get a new deck out that is a little bit more favorable for love.
I just love to be in love. Don't you just love to be in love?
We all love to be in love.
Ain't it grand just laying there at 4 o'clock in the morning when your man shows up with whiskey on the breast and the smell of another woman on his person? Don't you just love when he comes hugging up on you? It's an old dialogue, sorry.
It reminds me of Sugar Baker.
It's actually, it comes from the Rose, Bette Midler's in the Rose.
Oh,
Yeah.
it reminds the tone reminds me of Sugar Baker, but you know I love her anyway.
Julia?
Julia.
Love me some Julia. I love one scene that's really strong from Julia, and that's the one where she comes into this dressing room of a pageant, and they're talking. The one girl is trashing her sister and making fun of her being Miss Georgia way back when, you know. And Julia says, "Aren't you whatever?" And she goes, "Marjorie whatever," and she goes, "I'm Julia Sugarbaker, Suzanne." "Oh, I didn't know." And she says, "There's some other things you did not know." And then she goes on to talk about the contest, and she says, and she threw that baton higher, farther with flames on it than anybody ever could, and it hit.
And she says it in one long stream of a nice paragraph to put you right in order, and then walk away with a little smile on her face.
Yeah, and she gets up in her face. I mean, she's in the face. Yep, and she gets getting Marjorie, and you know, and that's the night the lights went out in Georgia.
I love her.
I do. I just love it. So yeah, Julia's my girl. I love Julia. Take no prisoners.
Actually, I love them all in their own unique way. They remind me so much of the Golden Girls too. Like each one of them had their own thing that they brought that I just loved about it. So it is one of my favorite shows to watch too.
I like when she goes off on the one customer, because the one customer hears that they're going to design who has AIDS. And this is in the 80s, which AIDS was not the topic, but yet they had it on that show. And she says something about, she says, these people brought on themselves, whatever. And she goes, "Marjorie, if bad behavior, whatever, whatever, then you'd be at the VD clinic all the time. And so would I." And it's funny because Clifton, Miss Clifton, remember the, what's her name? Anyway, she was there, and she says something, and the woman says, "But you're not all there." And then she says, "And neither are you." And she taps her breast because the woman must have had a mastectomy. But it was hilarious. I just love that. That show is so wonderful, so well written. So next in line is Jasmine. Yes, that's right. We're back to Jasmine. Sorry, Jasmine.
Miss Jasmine, I do have 2 cards for you. I pulled them and I was trying to read into them. Don, if you have something, you can go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so I did get 2 cards and I was trying to make sure that I was getting it right because I got the cards and then I thought, oh, they said she's judging herself too hard. And then I thought, oh, she asked for love. How is this related to love? And so then they told me, they said, you won't let the real you out. So I love the way they do this judgment card because usually it's the trumpet player and it's like the one of the archangels. I think they say it's Gabriel calling you, your calling. So I love the way they do this. This is you letting your true self out. Like you see how she's throwing her head back and put her arms up. This is you. They're saying you won't let the true you there. You seem to be the way they show you is very rigid and stern, very controlled, very much in control of your emotions, not letting anyone see you sweat, not letting anyone see you cry. You've been through some traumatic experiences and you are very much, you keep yourself very formal. You don't really let your hair down a lot, and they're saying you need to let the real you out. You're suffocating you, but this is what you want. You want an emperor. You want somebody who makes moves, who has that leadership ability. I like the way that they do the emperor because they show him with that chess piece in his hand. And in chess, if you're holding that piece, that means you know how to make the right moves. And then they also have that at the back. So that's the GOAT, like the greatest of all time. So I love the way that they do the Emperor. And this is what you want, but because you won't let the real you out, you can't find this person. You're not releasing yourself to be open to find the love that you want. You're so put together and you're so formal and you're so tight. They really show me like they feel, I feel like I'm confined and they have me in a straight jacket, but it's something that you've done yourself and it's a protection so that you won't be hurt again. So I understand why you're doing it, but they're saying you need to let some of the real you out so that you can attract this person. You're attracting what you're putting out there. Remember, energy, attracts energy. And if you're putting out one version of yourself, you're attracting somebody who likes that false version of you. And the reason it doesn't seem to be working out is because the real you isn't being showcased in order to attract the person that you want. So that's what I got for you in love. So I don't see any new love coming, but they're saying if you will relax a bit and let the true you out, then there could be something coming up in the future. So that's what I got for you, Miss Jasmine.
Well, the Jasmine for you and from you, the energy from you, but is for you it came through again. I just think you come through some some bad choices, and unfortunately they've helped you to build a wall around yourself, and and it's like you kind of are very guarded, which is what this card is, a guarding card. This is guarding your money, but again, it's that guarding card, it's that protection card, and it creates an internal conflict because when you get into a relationship, you bring the old to the new, and so you can't continue to lay the old relationship issues on the new person because it's not their issue or their issues. It's your problem, your issues. You got to get over it. And when you bring that in, all you do is you create a very defensive posture, which eventually pushes people away. And so be careful about that. You need to work on it. And it's interesting here. I see the Knight. So again, you need to work on it. You need to make something happen. You cannot wait for other things to happen around you. There's not a man who's going to be wanting to come in and to save you and protect you and fix this problem because it's not something that they can fix. It's something you have to fix. And it's part of you letting go again, back to that one, letting go of all of that stuff that you've brought forward. Let it go, leave it in the past with the relationships that were in the past and let these relationships stand on their own merit. Now, of course, they could fail in the same way because part of the other problem is you probably keep choosing the same type of person and you end up with the same solution. And if you want to change that solution, you got to change the dynamic of what it is you're doing. So maybe you should be looking at different types of people and say, yeah, they're not quite inside the box that I usually choose, but maybe you need to shift the box around a little bit and say, you know what, let's try something a little different here. I don't know.
You know what, Don, as you said that she needs to shake it up and step outside the box. I heard you're scared, you're afraid to have fun. It's like she's afraid to laugh. She's afraid to do anything that will show any kind of emotion or weakness. And so there's this picture like she's in control. She's she's a decision maker. She's a leader. And all those things are great and fine, but it also doesn't allow anybody to get to know the real you. If nothing else, people will tell you that I'm funny, because I always try to make people laugh, because comedy is another way that I get through painful situations. If I'm having a bad day, sometimes I'll just put on one of my favorite TV shows that is funny, and then I'll watch it and it'll help me out. Or sometimes I'll just listen to some music that is upbeat, but you have to be able to laugh. And that's what they're saying, is that you're wound up very tight. And we know that it's a protection thing, which we totally understand, but you're not going to meet the person that you want with the way that you are. That's what I was going to say. I saw this lady on TV. She was doing a stand-up show, and she had these other little things interspersed throughout the comedy special. And it was one little skit where she was with her therapist, and the therapist said, "If you met you, would you want to date you?" So think about that. I've been asking that question to everybody ever since. If you met yourself, would you want to date you? I think that I would want to date me. I'm funny. You know what I'm saying? I get things done. I'm always out trying to help people. So I think that I am a very nice person to date. One of the things that Spirit tells me I need to work on is receiving love. I know how to give love very well, but receiving love. And so in your situation, you are needing to learn how to just kind of let your guard down a little bit, or just kind of be you, not even necessarily let your guard down, just be naturally you. You're so poised. It seems like you're always up. Your shoulders are always up. They're never relaxed. You're always up at attention. Your back is always straight. You're always at attention, and you never kind of just relax and sit down and let yourself go. Even if you sit down, you're going to sit straight up and you're going to always look poised. And so even at home, I feel like you're still put together, and you never really kind of totally let your hair down and let yourself just be you. And you may have forgotten who you are because you haven't been you in so long. So you may just need, some time to figure out who you are and be that person. So that's what I got for you on that, Miss Jasmine. I didn't see any more comments, so I don't know if you like what we said or you agree with it or not.
She's like, I'm checking out. I'm checking
Exactly.
out.
Comments aren't scrolling anymore. So is it that we're not getting any comments or that there's nothing coming through? So I don't see anything. So I don't know. You know how technology is. It's like whatever. If
Maybe
you're still here, that's fine. You know what? Miss Linda hasn't been on here. Like, I feel like, when you're used to somebody being in there, I haven't seen Miss Linda in here in a while. So I miss Miss Linda. I hope you're here.
Well, JoJo is coming back from North Carolina, I think today.
Oh, so maybe they're on the road?
Well, no, Miss Linda has been watching JoJo's kids.
Okay, so she's very busy. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I think she's got her hands a little full.
Okay. Well, excuse you, Miss Linda. We'll just wait for you to be available this weekend or tomorrow.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I think JoJo said she's returning home today. Her daughter just turned 25, so she went to North Carolina to spend the birthday with her daughter.
Oh my God! 25 is such a good age.
Yeah. So the young ones were left with Miss Linda. So, and while we're doing that, folks, don't forget this. All right, and don't forget holiday wishes from Angie and the mic. All right.
Okay, so of the ones you show, that one with the green background that says subscribe with the little lady, I like that. It's something about the music, the boom, that whatever that music is, the rhythm of it, That's one of my favorites. I like that. Of course, you with the Let It Go is my awesome favorite, but that one is one of my favorites too. Like, you did a really good job on that.
I kind of think I like this one too.
The drama? Could it be me? I love that one too.
That one
The drama? Could it be me? I love that one. Listen, and I think I am the drama too. I just be like, you know what? It might be you, Angie. Don't even deny it. I own it.
I definitely want to get that one that has a little lady, so where she can come out on the screen while we're here and do that. I've got to figure out a way to do that. Oh,
really?
Yeah, there's going to be. I know there's a way. I don't know exactly yet how to do it, but I will get it done. So that would be one. I think that'd be fun.
I think that you most definitely will figure it out, Don, by the end of the year. So I'm not even worried about it. Exactly. Do you cook a big Christmas dinner also, Don?
Say again?
Do you cook a big Christmas dinner?
Say again? Say again?
Are you going to cook a big Christmas
Say
dinner?
Again? In other words, hush.
My mom will be here, so I'm not doing nothing but going to the store. What do you want, lady? We'll buy it and you cook it. I'm just not. For Thanksgiving, me like fried fish and greens and macaroni. It's just not.
Then we're coming to your house.
So whatever my mom cooked, that's what we eating. And we gonna tell her we want everything, and she gonna be like, okay. As long as you buy it, she'll cook it. My mom will barbecue for Christmas in Michigan. You know it's snow on the ground in Michigan. She will barbecue any time of the year. She don't care. Winter, spring, summer, fall. She will barbecue in a snowsuit and everything. Keena said she just talked to her yesterday. She will barbecue. So we'll probably have barbecue because I know that's what Brandon's gonna want. We'll have probably ham and potatoes, all that good stuff, like everything we didn't have for Thanksgiving. And I don't like doing that back to back, having both of those heavy meals back to back. So if we do one for Thanksgiving, then not for Christmas, or one for Christmas and not for Thanksgiving, it's okay with me.
Let's see, we may have a spare room for Mama. If Mama cooks, we may have a spare room for Mama at our house.
Oh, definitely. Listen, my niece wanted breakfast and she had a whole meal like fried. I don't know if it was pork chops, chicken. It was like 11 o'clock and she was like, Granny, I want some breakfast. And she literally brought out candy yams, greens, cornbread, fried chicken or pork chops or whatever it was. And she was like, I literally just wanted a small plate of food. My mama will cook all day. But my grandmother was like that. When we were younger, we lived with my grandmother, and every morning before school, there was a hot breakfast. Like if it was just rice and biscuits and bacon, there was something my grandmother had breakfast for us every morning. And when we got home from school, dinner was done. Like it was either cooking or done. Yeah.
So beyond me, that's so beyond me. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
I tell you. Woo.
And
I did
beyond
not
me.
grow up.
Listen, I always say Brandy got gypped because I am not home. Listen, I am not Martha Stewart.
My kids
She
either.
will buy something in a minute.
Yeah, my kids either. They don't get. They only get it during the weekends, and it's like, and if you don't take advantage of it then it ain't happening because I'm not doing it.
Exactly.
Nope.
Exactly. And don't let me have a full schedule. We might eat out 3 times that week. Like I'm not gonna do it.
Exactly. No, I totally get that. Oh man, no, we're probably just gonna be chilling at home. Nothing special. That's all I can say.
That's always good. Listen, if it's cold, it just reminded me of my first Christmas here. It was so brown and I was just like, I am not used to this. I was in Casa Grande at the time and it was so brown. Everybody had their Christmas decorations and stuff up, but it just looked so weird because everything was brown. Everything was the same color and I just could not deal with it. I was so unhappy.
It took me a while to figure out that nature comes in other colors than green because on the East Coast, green meant healthy and lush and vibrant. And then when the fall came, it was the colors as they died and the leaves. And so you knew that green meant wonderful and nourishing and whatever. And then you come out here and you realize, well, the colors of the desert are wonderful too and whatever. But again, it's just not the green. It's not the green. But it's nice.
I can't get it.
And Seashell said, hi, Angie and Don. I do feel a little better today. Thank you. Thanks for your good advice, Don. I feel a bit more excited, too. I think I can overcome this. Something positive is coming. Absolutely. Good to hear that.
Was that when you were on with Susan?
I think so, yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
It is not looking good in love for these people.
No, I've been shuffling and I'm getting like...
Oh, my God. And I've been putting the cards back and they've been coming out again. Like I said what I said. And the first thing I heard, I was hearing a song in the background and I was trying to figure out what the song was. It feels like a Pat Benatar song.
Hit me with
now
your
I
best
hear
shot.
Total Eclipse of the Heart. What is it, Don?
Hit me with your best shot.
I think it was Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Well, that was Bonnie Tyler.
Okay, that one. I love that song. So didn't know it wasn't. Well, who was the Pat Ben? I heard a song in the background. The only reason I'm saying it is because your cards
Love
are
is the
not great.
Battlefield. She did Love is a Battlefield. I know that's a love song she did.
Maybe that's what I was seeing. Okay, because it was black and white kind of the video.
It was the woman and they were shaking their bodies and and doing but Love is a Battlefield and yeah.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think that's okay. I'm gonna get one more card and see if it gets better for you. Last name.
Pam says Linda needs a vacation. Yeah, I think she will after this.
Okay, so all right, I'm just gonna go ahead. The first card I got was that 3 of Swords. That keeps coming up. There's a lot of heartbreak. Is everybody breaking up for Christmas so they don't have to buy any gifts? Because I got heartbreak immediately. And that song that I got was all gray. So maybe it was in black and white for me. Usually when things have no color for me, that means that there's a decision that you have to make and you can change the outcome. But as it is of right now, I'm seeing a broken heart. And I'm not seeing like any, as far as love, because I asked for love. So I'm seeing a broken heart, some heartache, some ending, something painful that is coming in love. And then I did get like an Ace of Wands, but so this is a new way of thinking, but I got now you're thinking about yourself. They said you're considering yourself, you're considering who you are and making decisions based on your best interest and not the best interest of a relationship or the other person. So maybe this right here is your own doing. You're ending something and considering your own best self, but I don't get anything about a new love coming up. I get a new way of thought. The reason there, if you notice, this is a concentration on her thinking, on her that third eye opening, being aware of yourself. I feel like you're already in that energy and you've already decided that that's what you want to do. And so this ending here of this heartache may be you ending something, deciding that you're worth more. So that's what I got for you. All right, that's what I got down for last name Wilson.
Well, this one's for, what's the name again?
My last name Wilson. That's all I can say. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't, because, yeah. Well, this is in reference to what you had said, Angie. Listen.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. I didn't get anything good for love. You know what? We are 0 for like 2 or 3 tonight on love. It's just not looking good.
I hear you.
Oh my gosh, that's what.
Sorry, Angie.
Just like that's what it feels like. Like, oh, sorry.
Say that.
Wait a minute. Is that from the nanny? Oh my gosh. I love, listen. Oh my gosh. I love that show. I still watch it because you know it comes on whatever channel 85 is. I don't even know what channel that is. But I love that show and I will still watch it. And I love her and the butler.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Niles. Yep. Cece and Niles. Yep.
Yes, I love it, love it, love it. Oh my gosh. Now you got all the good clips, all the good clips. And I immediately recognized her making that face. Oh my God.
Well, I took that face and I tried to find some phrase, and I saw that and I said, that one seems to work. I love the phrase.
I like it. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. All right, so that's all I got for you. Last name Wilson. I don't know if Don has anything.
No, Don's out.
Sorry.
Don's tagged out. Next.
It doesn't look like anything. There's going to be any Christmas love. That's what I'm hearing. No Christmas love.
Love yourself first. There you go. Love yourself first. Who else is next? Who is next?
Keena.
I think Keena went to sleep on us over there. Terry T.
When I read that, I got a quick no.
I got the same impression, unfortunately.
I got a quick no as soon as I read the question. Terry T, you seem like you're kind of all over the place. You don't really know what to do with yourself. You don't know how to settle down. So you're just like, well, what if I do this? And what if I do that? And what if I do this? It's like you're just throwing up things in the air and whatever sticks to the wall, that's what you're going to do next. I don't know that you're ready for the demands of buying a new house. And immediately I got to know and that you need to kind of settle into just being you. You're used to always being on the move, always having something, a project, a lesson, something that you have to do. And they're saying, just enjoy this downtime. You won't rest is what they're saying. You're not sitting and resting and enjoying your time. It took me a long time to enjoy rest, just to enjoy sitting in the bed with a cup of ice, because y'all know that's my thing, eating a cup of ice and watching TV and just being okay with not always being in motion, not cooking, not cleaning, not folding clothes, not walking, not always doing something. It took me a long time just to sit and enjoy it. And like, it used to be where I would never turn my TV off at night. And sometimes I'll just, let, it'll ask you, are you still watching? If you say no, then it'll shut down. And I won't even turn it back on. I'm learning to enjoy the peace because I can hear my higher power better. Like I receive messages better. And so I think if you settle down just a little bit, you'll be able to receive. But I think you're also afraid of what you might receive, thinking that you're going to open the door to something evil. And it's not. You're such a good person. And your intentions are so good that I don't see that you would attract anything evil, but you can always question the spirit and say, are you for my greatest and highest good? And if they say no, then you don't give them permission. If they say yes, then you can give them permission. So don't be afraid of, tapping into that relationship because that's what you want, that one-on-one relationship. You want your relationship this way with your higher power and not this way with society so much. So try to tap in and just enjoy the silence. Like I literally see you sitting with like a cup of tea or coffee and just wrapped in a warm blanket and kind of either sitting on a porch or a patio and enjoying a little breeze for a little while and just kind of enjoying the scenery. They're saying settle down just a little bit. And if you slow down, then you'll see some of the things you're missing, like one of the mates. Like that, I feel like you've walked past somebody who could have been a potential mate, but you were in such a hurried rush that you didn't even get to see them. So that's what I got.
For me, the energy I got coming through was an energy of change. And so, Terry T, I think in like the third month of next year, the third, fourth month of next year, I see a change coming, and that change is going to be driven by some other forces. And the good change, not bad change, good change. And that change is going to kind of, again, take you off in the direction. You don't need to be tied down with that change coming, and you won't be tied down with that change coming. By the time you had put something into place to try to make something happen, the change will come along. So again, even if you took the steps necessary to make the things happen the way that you'd hope they would, I think what's going to happen is again, you would be derailed because this change, there's a big change again in the third to fourth month of next year that would kick in before you had a chance to sit down and sign papers on buying a house or something else. So I see you coming through that change first before you do anything close to settling down. That's kind of what I'm getting. Hopefully it helps, Terry. Next in line.
Terry T, we always love you. Did you have some kind of celebration for your birthday, Terry T? Did you have cake? You should have at least had cake for your birthday. Those shots, woo, they hit as hard on Sunday.
I can say we know you had shots because the shots were there. Thank you, seashells. Thank you, and stay well and keep again, seashells. Do the affirmations. Remember your affirmations, seashells. Remember this. Anytime you're feeling a little bit of whatever, don't forget to smudge if you need to smudge. Do smudging. Do all the things that you need to do. And if you find those incense, again, it's frankincense and blood, dragon's blood. That there are amazing powers in those incense. Okay. So
Mystic Ray says, should she consider this new? Wanting to know if this new job is something I should consider. Is this new job something that Mystic Rain should consider? I gotta know. So I don't know. And if you're asking, it must not be something that excites you. I get kind of it is what it is kind of. It doesn't excite you in any way. I don't think the environment excites you. And I don't think that the people who, if you interviewed or if you looked at the job description, like I don't get any excitement, any joy, any spark in you as you read it. It's just like moving from like a straight line. It just feels like you're going like this. There's no excitement to it at all. I didn't get any excitement.
Mine did not even move. It just stayed still. So it's like, don't even have a reading on it. So I don't think that there's something there.
I'm going to try to get one card for you.
Where do broken hearts
I got the Knight of Wands and the Nine of Cups. And they're saying if you wait and keep on searching, you'll find the one thing that you need. This isn't it. You're kind of settling if you take this. And is there a reason why you're in such a rush to get to a new job or to get to a new position? Because it seems very hurried. Like I'll take this until blah, blah, blah. And they're saying if you wait just a little while, you'll get your wish fulfillment. That's what that 9 is. That's that wish fulfillment. And then that King of Wands, that's you making the decision to choose the right job. So I heard immediately, wait a little while and you'll get a better offer. You'll get a better position and you'll be a little bit happier with what you choose.
Yeah, I got the 6 of Pentacles, which means put the work in first. Put the work in first. Again, this is probably not the best time.
She already took it, and she keeps going back and forth on whether she should stay or go. Yeah, you'll another opportunity is coming, so don't worry about it. And she said it was bills was the reason that she really wants to go. So this seems like it's just a job filler, just like kind of like the rebound boyfriend, like you just broke up with somebody and then this is the person until you find somebody else. So this is that rebound job. Like you probably won't be here long and you'll move on. But I do see a better opportunity. And then the overall energy was the Magician. You have to decide what you want. If you could have your ideal job, do you know what it'd be? If I asked you right now, what would your ideal job be? Could you describe it to me? Tell me what you want to pay, whether you want to be at home or remote, whether you want what kind of vacation time you want. Could you tell me all the things you want? I can tell you ideally what I want to do every single day. if there was some way in some capacity I could do this every day and I have to do the other stuff, I would do it in some capacity, whether it was personal readings, being on the radio, being on TV, being on YouTube or whatever. If I could do this every single day, this is what I would do. And then my current job that I have, I actually do enjoy what I'm doing there. So you need to have a wish list of things. Listen, anytime somebody needs to ask me something, I always got a list. Boom, got it. So you need to make a list so the universe knows what you do like. I hear them saying, we know what you don't like. What do you like? So if you could have your ideal job, describe that. You know, I would work these days a week, these hours. I would be at home or I would go in the office. It would be this. I would deal with these people, that people. Like you decide. Like I let them know. We went to this leadership conference and I told them I did not want to be a people mover. I did not want to be a person that had to deal with other people like on a management level, because you got to deal with their, oh, I was sick. I was this. I was that. I don't want to deal with your family issues. I don't want to deal with none of that. I want to come in and do my job, and I don't want to have to talk to all y'all about what's going on in y'all life and why you can't do whatever your job is. Just no, I don't want to be a people person. I do not want to be a person in charge of a team. I'll be in charge of a process, but not a team. And so you have to know that about yourself. And so what they're saying is know exactly what you want so that you can put that out there so you can attract that and get what you want in the new year. So I do see you settling into this for the rest of the year, but by the new year, there should be a new spark and you should be ready to go, because I do feel that you'll be making your list. And is there another new moon? There's another new moon for this month, for this year.
No, that's it. Oh, no, new moon, yeah. Full moon is the end. Yeah, new moon, yeah.
Then for that new moon, you need to put your desires out there. What are your intentions? Because that new moon will take you right into getting that for 2023. So by the time the new moon comes, probably next week, I would assume you need to have your desires figured out. What is it that you want to do and put it out there? No, I don't have a specific thing. It's a list of things I want to do, and I've been questioning that exactly for rushing because of bills. Put it out there, whatever you want to do. I always put it out there. Every time Don and I do this, or every time we go live, I put it up on the TV, because that is me setting the intentions to show I want to be on TV. I want to be in media. I want to take this to the next level. So I put it out there and show the universe that that's what I want. I write in my journal what I want, how I want it to be. And I listen, the universe has no reason to be like, oh, Angie, we don't know what you want. Oh, let me break out one of these lists. Let me open one of these pages in my journal so you can see. So you need to put out there what you want so that you can attract that to you. What does Don always say? I believe in infinite abundance and all my wants and needs are met. You got to put it out there. What is the infinite abundance that you want? So that's all I have for you, Mystic Rain. I don't know if Don had anything else for you.
No, I think you said it all. And there's that affirmation. Put it out there.
There it is. Every morning. Even if you don't totally 100% believe it, just kind of a little bit out of the corner of your eye, still go ahead and say it before you get out of the bed. Just say it. It changes your day. I'm telling you, it puts a whole new spin on your day. I set the positive intention on Sunday night. When I go to bed, I set the intention that this is going to be a great week. I say, you know what? Monday's going to be a great day. This is going to be a great week. I'm going to knock every assignment out the box. I'm going to have great interactions with people. I set the intention. And if it doesn't, then I say, okay, how can I look at this different and how can I change it for the rest of the week? It's setting that positive intention. And we forget that sometimes, and we let the frustrations overtake us and we complain and moan about things instead of setting the intention. That affirmation is everything. If not that one, there's some version of it or one of your own. But I'm telling you, say it before you even get out the bed, before you pick up your phone, before you open your eyes. Boom, say it. It changes your whole day immediately.
And guess what? If you don't say it, or if you don't say it and you don't try it, then you don't change anything. You're not. If you choose not to make change, then you're choosing. Again, if you choose not to make something to try to change something, then you're choosing the status quo. So if the status quo is what you want, then go for it. But again, what does it cost you? What does it cost you? It costs you a minute, two. It costs you the leap of faith. It costs you maybe starting your day with a happier attitude, thinking that maybe I'm doing something to bring about a change. I mean, come on, think about it. Think about it and then tell me why you shouldn't do it.
And listen, that ego will fight you because the ego doesn't like any change, good or bad. It doesn't want you to do anything. And so sometimes, listen, I have to talk to my ego. I have to be like, look, this is for the betterment of both of us. Now, I need you in the background to give me that confidence and to make sure that we make the right decisions and to stand tall in whatever our convictions are, ego. This is me talking to my ego. But at this moment, I need to hear from my higher self and make a decision that will align for both of us. The ego, I'm gonna need you to step back just a little bit and allow our higher self to guide us. And so I have those conversations with my higher self, with my ego, with whoever, because this is a part of me and I need us all to be on the same plane. If my higher self is here, my ego is here, we're gonna be pulled down to at least here instead of being up here where we should be. So I have to talk to all of them. Every personality, everybody inside there need to get a good talking to sometimes. Listen, Angie, pull it together. Focus, Angie. You'll see me type that all the time. Focus, Angie. Focus.
And also, if you start your day off at a higher vibrational level by getting up and by doing these kind of things, then you, again, the higher vibration is a more positive vibration. So as you send it out, it comes back to you. If you start your day off in a low vibrational energy, don't be surprised if you get low back to you because, again, you're attracting what you're giving
You're
out.
just becoming a magnet, just all kinds of things, flat tire, rain, snow, whatever. You're just attracting all those things to you. What did she say? It was my ego that said hurry, but my spirit was quiet, which I took as to stay still. Well, why didn't you stay still if your spirit listen, and who am I to judge? Because I'm a person who cannot stay still. But my people just be looking at me like you just go keep running around on this hamster wheel when you could just be resting. And what I've learned to do is rest and let them do all the heavy lifting. So
Exactly.
affirmations, positivity.
Yep. Yep. Who is next in line? You know.
Oh, that's good meditation. I posted some meditations too. Some very good positive. Like they're on 3 different frequencies. You can hear them on 3 different levels. Like there's a main voice and there's a lower voice and then there's a lower voice and it just repeats. Like I'll listen to that before I go to bed or as I'm driving. Those are very good meditations. And I forgot what they're called, but I'll post it again and let you know what it is. But there's some very good YouTube. Just put in like affirmations. There's some very good ones on there. All right, Miss Mystic Rain. Hope again, I do see things getting better for you in the new year, but you have to put out there what you want. You have to let the universe know what you want. And maybe you never even considered it because you always be like, well, this job pays this and this job works, so you took it. But what is your desire? So we're telling you the spirit is saying, put your desires out there. So that's it. And then Miss Irene, that's what we're reading now. May I switch to a general? Okay. I don't know what the first question was, but I'll get it. I feel like the first question was definitely a relationship question, and you wanted to know if you should stay with that person. I really feel like that's what I got on the relationship thing, but I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards, and I'm going to switch decks.
So she wants a general?
She wants a general, but I feel like maybe I didn't see what her original question was, but I feel like it was a relationship question.
Okay. Just making sure I understood. I'm like, did I miss something? We're good. Miss Irene. Come on, Irene. That's Eileen.
Oh, she was asking about, oh, okay. Black butterfly cocoon. If you've been with this person 7 years and you don't know where your relationship is going, have either of you been present in a relationship in 7 years? You should know we're either going down the aisle or we're going in separate directions. That's not a question that you really need to ask spirit. Literally, after 7 years, you should have some kind of understanding as to say, listen, either we're getting married or we're not. If that's what you want, that may not be what you want. Maybe you don't want that. Oh, Miss Irene, you're the first person I ever heard say that and sincerely believe that you know that you need this time to heal. Like I literally love what you just said. I feel like you know what you're doing and what you need to do before you're ready to get out there. I really love what you said.
It's true. So many people come in here and do the opposite. They need healing and they need to heal themselves first, and instead they look to a relationship to heal them. She's realizing, I need to heal myself. So another relationship.
What I always say, Don, 10 years ago, Angie was not ready to be for a husband. She wanted a wedding, but she didn't want a husband. This Angie wants a husband, and we don't even have to have a wedding. We can just go to the courthouse. And as a matter of fact, I have a friend who's a pastor. He can just marry us over the phone.
Susan can do it.
Susan, girl. Oh, that's even better. Just Susan beat us at everything, just rocks, and boom, 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 we're done.
There you go. My yard does great weddings, by the way.
It would, wouldn't it?
Great setting for a wedding.
Exactly.
Let it go,
Okay, Miss Irene, I got one card for you. I wanted to pull another one. Actually, I'm gonna put that one back and do a different spread for you. So you said general, so I'm gonna do you. This is your current energy. So let me see what they have for your current energy. If the same card comes out again, I'm gonna be like, oh, well, that's okay then. Okay, I like that. Oh, and that kind of goes exactly what you're saying and knowing who you are. Okay. And then the next card I'm gonna do is your path. What is your path? Oh, that was a good one. Okay. Oh, your path. Oh, and then your potential. As I'm trying to get your potential, I heard you're not ready for love, but you will be soon. So I feel like by the second half of 2023, not the first half of 2023, but the second half of 2023, you'll be ready for love. This card just keeps coming out. Like, it doesn't matter what I do, that Lover's card, that's your potential keeps coming out. So obviously what I heard was correct. So for you, I got the Hierophant. I love that. That's that traditional, traditions, like religion, school, education, institutions. This is that tradition. This is, I get traditional values, convention, conformity, commitment. This is all good. So your current thing is you knowing who you are. Like, you seem to be grounded in who you are, your spirituality, your religion, who you are. You know who you are and you know what you're ready for. You have learned your lessons and you are ready to move forward on the things that you've learned. So that's what I got for you. That's your current energy. Like, you're in that energy of knowing, of ready to move forward, to be settled, to be stable, and to be and to move forward in peace. That's the word I keep hearing. Peace, 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 peace. It's a 5. I love a 5. Awesome. Then trying to be the best person. Oh, exactly. So then for your what is it? Your path. Your path, I got the Knight of Cups, which is, oh my gosh, romantic proposals. So again, someone's coming in with a cup of love. And that's why I heard you may not be ready, but you will be soon. So this is someone coming up. This is your path. That path is taking you to love. Like they're saying, self-fulfillment. Once you get to the point where spirit thinks that you've healed enough and you're ready to move forward and you're open enough, this is a path that you're going in. So your path is love. Someone coming in with romantic intentions. And so that's good. I like that. It's the Knight. Is it the Knight? The Knight of Cups, yes. Coming in with a cup of love. And then your potential was the Lover's card. So definitely a new relationship. So either way we went, you're going to be ready. And then I heard you're going to be ready. I know this isn't what you didn't want a love reading, but that's what came up. And initially, that's why I kept saying, did you want a love reading? And that's what came up, a love reading anyway. So in 2023, the second half. So not the first 6 months, but the second 6 months, I feel like is when you'll be ready to open up and have that relationship. So that's what I got for you, Miss Irene.
Well, what I got for Irene was some interesting news in reference to her business. And the first part is keep working at it, keep persevering, which I think is really a good thing. Again, keep persevering and learning as you go along. Now, it's not going to be easy, and you're going to have some sleepless nights, some worries, and some frustrations that come along with owning a business, but that will pass eventually. And eventually it's going to lead to, again, you're going to be very successful. The success is coming your way. The one thing that they suggest to you, though, is that look at what you're doing, look at some of the, again, look at what you're doing, look at what other people are doing, look at the industry and what the industry is generating, and make sure that you're creating a twist on that energy. So again, if people are out there baking something and you're baking it as well, make sure that yours has a little bit of a twist, but also make sure you're staying within the industry. Don't go looking outside the box right now. Outside the box is not necessarily where you need to be. You don't need to recreate the wheel. You just need to improve upon the wheel. So make sure that as your business is kicking off and as you're doing something, do something that other people are doing, but do it with a twist. Again, there's always room in that field. And what I'm seeing again is that you will have some spots where you question yourself, where you think, hey, am I ready for this? Did I make the right decision? And again, your answer is yes, you did, because you love this. But you need to make sure that you stand out in an audience, in a market, by being yourself and having your own voice. Your own voice will be represented in the food that you create. So make sure, again, that you're doing something a little different, not something way outside the box, but again, something that makes you stand apart, stand separate from everybody else. That's kind of what I'm getting for you.
Miss Irene, do you do something with lemon or mint? As Don kept saying, something with a twist. They kept showing me lemon or mint, like something. One of your top sellers or top things that people recommend, does it have something to do with lemon or mint or both of those together? There's something that you do, and I get a refreshing breeze. So whatever it is, it's very refreshing. Like when they taste it, it tastes like it gives them like, kind of like when you bite into a York peppermint patty, that like whatever you do, it gives them a sensation. And so that was the one thing I wanted to say. So there's something about lemon and mint or something that you're doing, or if that's something that you're considering, or maybe that's something that you should consider, because I keep hearing top seller with lemon and mint. And then I get that cool breeze in my face, just like a breath of fresh air. And then that York peppermint patty feeling. But then also the one thing that I wanted to, she said lemon pound cake. Yes. Okay. That's I was having. Okay, lemon pound cake. So I got something about the lemon. So that's good. That's your top seller. But then I also wanted to make it be known that every last one of the cards on here has something to do with relationship or marriage. Like I literally, like each one of them, even the one that said it was marriage, it was traditions, it was conventional, it was education, it was sharing. All that had to do with marriage. You got the lover's card as your potential, and then your path was someone bringing you a couple of, so all of this was relationship. And that's why I thought like, oh, what's her initial question about relationship? So business and relationship coming up good for you. I feel like you're going to have a very successful 2023. And that's why the love doesn't seem like it's going to come to the second half. You're going to be very much powering through the first half of the year, working on your business and building and getting that together. And then once you kind of feel like you got the ebb and flow and you know the highs and lows of it, you'll decide to kind of be a little bit more open. So I figured the business is going to do well, and then the relationship will come after that. So good reading. I like that, Miss Irene. And I like your energy. Like it feels so pleasant.
Yeah. And also, don't forget to try to with the lemon pound cake, do something with some poppies in there, because I'm getting the poppy seeds. So yeah, maybe that's the twist again, not just lemon pound cake. I feel like
she has such unique things or ideas that she want to try, but she's not sure what to do. But I really feel like that, like you said, that lemon, that poppy seed, that mint, it's all going to be something refreshing.
Yep. Absolutely. So yes, proceed. I think you're on the right track. You just need to make sure you stand out. But again, don't go way out. Don't go so far out that you're on the limb. Just instead, make sure you twist. Do things with a twist. Yeah. And then make sure you do the social media. You got to do the social media these days. Absolutely. And I would do the social media before I even open up. I would start doing recipes. I would start showing people how I'm baking things, talking. I would have little videos talking about how baking works, how making cakes work, how baking pies work, how baking whatever works. So where you start educating people and showing them that you know what you're doing. And so when you open your brick and mortar, that you already have an audience because, again, you've laid the foundation by showing them in advance that you know what you're doing. And don't be surprised how that can open you up to so many more things. A lot of people in the old days would just open a store because they had no other options. But this tool, social media, is a tool that allows you to present yourself to a larger audience than you ever thought you could have. And also, you can show people before the news and the news stations controlled how much and who got on, who got attention, how they got attention, and so forth. This doesn't do that. This, everybody gets the attention. So you can go out there and you can show people that you know what you're doing. And again, once you become somebody who people trust that you know what you're doing, they're going to want to try your food. And I'll tell you an example. Yeah, I'll tell you an example of a friend of mine, a dear friend of mine. Angie's met him. He's an amazing chef, and I keep telling him about it. And every time I see his things, I say, "Hey, Food Network, pay attention." At Food Network, "Hey, Food Network, are you watching? This guy needs a show." Well, guess what? Guess who has a casting call tomorrow for a Food Network show?
Shut the noise! Don't even
Yes.
say it.
Yes.
Oh my
And- And
gosh! That
guess
is
who was telling him to use
amazing.
affirmations and change the way in which he was saying things, because he kept saying, I'm going to. No, not going to. It's here now. And so,
Listen, what I do, I put us up on the screen every time because that's me looking at us on the screen. Every time you do one of the videos, I say one of our commercials. Like
Yep.
I literally speak it into existence. I can see it.
Exactly.
I can almost taste it. That's how great it is.
Yep.
Oh, another thing that I have for Miss Irene, she says she's scared to be and very laid back. Her problems on social media. I feel like once you get into your technique and you start baking, then you're very laid back. Like you're not so nervous. I think the very first time I was gonna be on here with Don, or even wanted to do my own very first video, it was a little bit nerve-wracking. But once you get into the flow of what it is that you enjoy, you totally forget about the camera and you're just doing what you do. And the camera isn't even like, it doesn't bother you so much. So once you get it set up, and I've even seen people where they have the camera set up and it just shows the bowls or the cooking area. They're not on there. And so they're just in their element, whipping things up. And all you hear is them talking. And they don't worry so much about editing. Like, listen, I'm not very good at it. So you will get all my bloobs, my blurbs, I drop the camera, whatever it is, you're going to get all of that. And sometimes that shows your humanness. Sometimes we like that. You know, like your grandkid runs in or your child walks in, that's your humanness, and people like to see inside your world. So don't be so uptight about whether the video's perfect. Start the camera and just do some things, you know, for a couple minutes or whatever, or a very short thing. You could make a nice salad. You know, I've learned how to make some salads off of 2-minute videos. You know, you could do something really, really quick and just whip it up and continue to do that and continue to do that. And then next thing you know, your videos will go from 1 minute to 2 minutes to 5 minutes to 10 minutes. And you're like, oh my God, I did a whole segment. Speak into existence what you want. Literally, just put the camera up, buy a little stand, put the camera up where it shows down over what you're doing, and then just do what you're going to do. Have all your ingredients ready so you don't have to edit. I'm not good at editing, so listen, you're going to get what you get on my videos.
Yep. And the most important thing is when you start talking, you'd be surprised. It is amazing. Angie and I both have experienced this, as well as so many people, is that when you just start communicating about something you know, that light bulb comes on and this camera and everything else goes away, because you are talking about something that you know. And by talking about something that you know, something that you are very knowledgeable about, the information flows, because all of a sudden you're sharing and you love to share, you want to share. And so that's how it tends to flow.
And I love being on here with someone else. I like being on here with Don. I like being on here with the ladies on Sunday. I like being on here because it's basically like talking to a friend or talking to, you know, a loved one. You're just literally talking back and forth, and literally the camera disappears and it's just whatever it is that you're doing, and you lose yourself in it. And before you know it, you're like, wow, I've done a whole video and it was just that easy.
There's times where Angie and I go for hours and hours and hours, and we forget when we get off. We're like, how can it be that long? But it didn't feel like the hours as we were doing them, because the hours just passed. So again, just do it. Just try it, and you'll be surprised. And guess what? If you don't like what you do, then erase it and do it again.
And do it again. Like, you don't have to post it when it's done. Last name Rose. If you look at the little scroll that's going across the bottom, it says the list is closed, and these are the people that are on the list. So the list is closed for tonight. We've been on almost 2 hours, and so we're at the very end of the list. We only have about maybe 5 more people, and so the list is closed. That scroll that's going against the bottom tells you who's on the list, and and that the list is closed. So I'm sorry if you didn't make it, but Don will be back on in the morning with Miss Shauna. Is her internet back up, Don? Miss Shauna?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Don will be back on in the morning with Shauna, and then I'll be back on Sunday with the ladies, and then we start the whole cycle all over again. We literally have somebody live from Sunday through Thursday that you can catch either daytime or nighttime. So we catch you all parts of the day. You might get an early morning, you might get a mid-afternoon, you might get a late day. So as long as you're checking, you should find one of us live Sunday through Thursday. The only days that we're not live is Friday and Saturday. And we all need a life. You got to see A5Says around town.
And while you're watching, make sure you do this, okay?
Oh, she says she's in Bali, Indonesia. Oh my God. So what time of day is it there? There, how about it?
Let's see, they're, are they 12 hours? Or is it a full 12 hours?
You're welcome, Miss Irene. Have a good night.
Keep us informed, Irene. Let us know as things go.
Yeah,
Once that bacon business starts taking off, contact us for the mailing address, because you'll be mailing some goodies our way. Hello.
We like to eat. We like to eat.
Absolutely.
But we'll spend 30 minutes on one talking about food, just over and over and over again.
Exactly. Come on.
Okay, so General for Dora. I got some different cards. I'm gonna go with
Dora the Explorer. I can taste those poppy seeds and the lemon now. I'm serious, that's in my mouth. I can taste now the lemon pound cake with some poppy seeds. Oh my God.
Exactly. I could, that lemon was strong. I could smell it. I could taste it. And then that mint was just like a breath of fresh air. And I was like, if she's not considering, then they're telling her this is what you should consider. So definitely.
Candy cane cookies right now. The ones that look that red and white and they're striped and they strip and they then great for Christmas right now. Candy cane cookies.
Exactly. Oh, this is a perfect time to be selling your baking and stuff, because people don't listen. I'm a person who'll be like, how much is this cheesecake? And I'm not very good at the baking, like, because you have to be very precise. You can't just throw a little this, and this. You'll end up with a flat cake, a brick, or anything. You really have to be precise and know what you're doing. And I'm just not that good at it.
Hey, when Angie came to visit, Angie brought everything but cakes. Yes, indeed. I was like, oh my God, they were so good.
Oh my goodness, those little, oh my gosh, you would never believe that you get so much joy from such a little piece of cake.
Absolutely. And there's so much flavor in that little bit of food. It's like,
and just think that was somebody's little old idea, like bundt cakes, something as easy as little bundt cakes, like literally. And it's the easiest thing ever. Just different flavors. She doesn't do anything fancy to them. Put that stripe of icing on there, that little dollop of icing on there, and put them in that thing. And those things are flying off the shelf.
Yep.
They're like what, $22, $24 a dozen?
They're not cheap, and they're not cheap. But I tell you what,
it's just little tiny cakes, literally nothing. But they taste good. They do taste good. They are good. But I'm just saying, something as simple as that. Like, what if she'd have thought, oh, nobody's gonna want just simple bundt cakes, and they are nationwide. Everywhere you can find
that. But again, she doesn't do every cake. She does bunts. Nothing but
that's it.
bunts.
Nothing else but. That's what I'm saying. Like, literally, what if she'd have been like, nobody's gonna eat a bundt cake. Nobody's gonna want, and it. Oh my gosh, just as simple as that.
Yep. So something to keep in mind.
That also reminds me of Raising Cane's. Like, literally, you go to Raising Cane's, you get chicken tenders, you get crinkly cut fries, and you get coleslaw and bread. That's it. That's all they sell. And the line be wrapped around the building. Like they can't stop selling that chicken. So I mean, sometimes simple is best. It's easier.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid. People will buy it.
Exactly.
Yep.
GP said Miss Irene should try an orange cake with cream cheese frosting. I don't think I've ever had an orange cake, but listen, it's cake, so I'll try anything. Listen, I tried zucchini bread, not knowing what to expect, and it was good.
Maybe they should make that cake and send it to me to test first, and then I'll let Irene know.
Make sure it's okay and the flavors.
Exactly. Then I'll let Irene know. So just call me the cake.
Okay, Miss Dora, we're sorry. We're gonna take you now. A general reading for you. So, oh Lord, have mercy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Let me see what I want to do for you. I wish I'd have had my. Let me see my different kind of readings up to pick a good one for you. I thought I messed something up. I was like, oh my God, Don, what did I do? But I'm back. If you have something, Don, you can go ahead because these cards are falling all over the place. So either I don't need to use this deck or I don't know. But let's see. Ooh, okay. Oh, this isn't bad. So I asked what your current situation was, and I got the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is transitioning. You're transitioning from turmoil and rough water. So this is water. This is rough waters, like the waves are turbulent, and it's taking you over to a calmer side, to something that is a little bit more stable and sound. So that's what I got. And if that wasn't enough, then I got the Wheel. That's a transition from the old to the new. That's ending one cycle and stepping into another cycle. Like there's no time in between. You see how she's in the middle? That one leg is back, leaving that one world, and the other one is stepping into the new world. So you're doing two things at once. You're leaving an old thing behind, ending one thing, and you're stepping into your new thing. And then this is that saying that whatever you're leaving behind was rough and what you're going into is better. So I feel like whatever you have been going through seems very heavy, because they're showing me the 10 of Wands. It's really heavy, and they're showing me the 9 of Wands. So you're right at the end. They're saying, hold on, make it through. You're right at the end of it if you just hold on and endure it. You're ready. You're really ready to give up. Like I literally feel like you're throwing up your hands in frustration and like, I just don't know what else to do. And they're saying, just endure it a little bit longer, and you're about to transition to something better, what you've been hoping for. So continue to hope for those things. Continue to see those things in your mind's eye. Believe in those things. Set those intentions for the things that you want. They are coming. This was a very tough journey for you, and you are moving into something better. Did you make a major move across the country and you didn't like it? Like, I feel like you made the move and you didn't like it. Is this that lady that was going to move with her kids and her husband, and she had the older son who we thought was going to be the problem when she moved? So I don't know if that's her. If so, she'll confirm it for me. But Miss Dora, I feel like you made a major move from one state. No, not get. I don't know what that means. Or not again. Okay, I don't know. But I feel like you're the one who made a major move across states and you didn't like it. No, not until summer. Oh, but you are planning on moving again, is that correct? Because that's what I get, that you're planning on moving again. Or if you made the move, they're making it seem like you made the move and you didn't like it. And you're saying you haven't made the move and you're not going to move until summer. Oh, okay. Well, I'm getting that you didn't like the move. So maybe the move that you're planning isn't something that you're really, really wanting to do. So that's what I got for you, Ms. Dora.
I was getting, I'm getting like a spirit of like a grandmother, grandfather energy, a group, two of them. 2 of them.
Oh my gosh, Don, I didn't even get hot.
Yeah, I'm getting like a grandmother and grandfather energy. Dora, did you have a grandmother and grandfather who has passed over? Were they husband and wife? I think they're husband and wife, and they went about the same time. Is this the time of year that they passed? Is this like an anniversary or celebration of their passing? I'm more worried about my health. Okay, but did you have a grandmother or a grandmother and grandfather who died really close together, and again about maybe a year ago? Especially grandfather. My mom and dad on November 2022. So they were just last month, not last year, and they were parents and not grandparents? Is that right?
Mom and dad on November of 20, so just last month?
Wow. And yeah, they died together. They died again, pretty much together, correct? Did the male have anything to do with the female's death, or was it, again, it was just the timing, or she went first? So it was last year. Okay, yeah, okay. So it was last year, but it was mother and not grandmother. It was mother, father, not grandmother, grandfather is what you're saying. Is that right? So it was 2021, correct, Dora? Ooh, this delay. 3 weeks apart. Okay. She went first and then he went after, though, right? Because I'm getting that she went again, and this is like an anniversary. This is the same time of year. So again, it would be okay. So she went first, then he went. And it's like, so yeah, interesting. Oh, interesting. Yeah, yeah. But they had lived a long life. They had lived a long life. And so, I mean, they're both here. That's the point. I'm getting them. They're both here. And they're both, yeah, it's interesting. They're both here, and again, it's like the anniversary, so they came through for that. And they're just wanting to let you know that they again, they're whole, they're healthy, they're together again, and that you know, you should never mourn them, because they lived a long life. They lived a very long life, and they were very, again, they were contented and happy. So know that when you talk about them, celebrate their life, celebrate their existence. Don't focus on their passing. Don't focus on anything else, because they're whole again and they're together again. So know that they are here and that they love you. And I'm trying to see if they have any other specific things for you. Sometimes when they come through, they want to discuss something, but they're not really discussing anything. This is more like just letting you know again that this is. It coincides with, again, the timing, because again, it's a celebration of a year since they passed. So, so again, they just want to let you know that they're here. They love you. They're with you, and they're always around you. I'm going to see if they can tell me how they let you know when they're there. He's telling me that there's like a rapping. He does a rapping sound, like a tapping sound, that that you'll hear it. You'll hear tapping. I'm trying. It's not window. It's not like an old window. He's making the sound for me. It's kind of like if I was to do. Let me see if I can try to repeat it. And this is kind of what I'm hearing. Something like this. Can you hear that?
Is it like a wooden spoon on a desk or a counter?
It's a wood sound. It's like three knocks on a wood, and it's like boom, boom, boom. And it's strange because it has no meaning to any. It doesn't come from anywhere. That's why it's so unique. So when you hear that, know that that's him. He does. It's like a 2 to 3 knocks, and it's again, it's more like sounding on wood. So keep that in mind, Dora. This is his way of connecting to you when he's there. For her, I don't get any. She's not giving me anything. He's kind of the talker, not her right now. So So she's not really sharing with me. Oh no, wait a minute. She's telling me that there was a perfume that she wore, a very unique perfume. And so when you smell that scent, that's her, because you know the scent when you know the scent. You know it's her perfume. So it's a very unique perfume. When you smell that, that's when she's there. But he's there more with you than she. He comes often, and again, it's the knocking sound. So when you hear that knocking and you're wondering where it comes from, that's him. He's there. Okay. So just know that, Dora. That's what he wanted to share. Okay. She said they were together from birth. My dad asked my grandmother for the baby hand. He got her, and they were still together. Wow, interesting.
Oh, and she said she knew it was her father making that noise.
Yeah. Yep. So you know when you hear it, it's him. Now that's a confirmation. Again, like you said, you knew it. So yeah, that's confirmation. So that is good. They're here. They're one. But no, they're healthy and happy, and they're together, and that's wonderful. So.
There was one other thing. She said that she was more concerned about her health. And I get that. Did you just change your eating habits or something that you do to make your health better? Like, I feel like you've made some drastic changes in the way you eat or the things that you do health-wise. And I'm getting that those changes are really going to help you out for next year. So the enduring, because they keep showing me the 9 of Wands, you've endured this. I feel like it took a very long time to figure out what was wrong with you, or maybe you don't know quite yet what it is. And so you're like, well, maybe I'll change my diet, or maybe I'll stop doing this, or maybe I'll stop doing that. And they're saying that those changes that you made are going to really help improve your health. And if they haven't figured out what's wrong with you, it'll help them to figure it out. And if they have, it feels like it took a long time for you to find out what was wrong with you. She says she has chest pain. So is there something that you eat that gives you like heartburn? Because now I'm getting a heartburn feeling, or something that makes your chest feel, or is it anxiety? Like you're just really anxious about things that are going on and you just kind of need to relax a little bit. But I get the chest pain as like an indigestion, or maybe you're eating something that is causing you issues. I don't know that that's what the case is. Continue to do whatever your doctor says, but that's what I got.
I'm getting a circulatory issue or something, because my left eye has been twitching since these people came in, and I didn't know if it was one of their illnesses or whether it's yours. I think maybe it's yours. I don't know if your blood pressure is working or something. I'm getting a lot of twitching in my eye.
Maybe
yeah. I don't know if it's like, I don't know what's going on. Are you having something with your eye? Because I'm getting, and if not, again, I don't know if it's like blood pressure or circulatory, because I'm getting a lot of twitching.
But that also could be with your diet. Like if you're eating, very fatty or high salt foods and stuff like that, that could also have to do with your blood pressure and all that stuff. So It could be a combination. Maybe you need to change or be aware of some of the things that you're eating. Like literally, I have to cut pop out. If I drink too much pop, then, I'm all over the place. So pop, and I gain weight really quickly. So I have to cut pop out. I have to be mindful of the sweets. And so you have to know the things that help your body to recover. So I would definitely check into some of the things that you're consuming to see if that'll help your diet. But that's what I got for you, Miss Dora, and I hope that helps you out.
Hey, I just got one other funny thing, Dora. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand this one, so I don't know how to.
Just say it.
Well, no, I don't. I don't even. I can't. I don't. Like, I'm getting. They're showing me this guy who has a funny sense of humor with a beard and a mustache, gray, salt and pepper gray mustache, beard and mustache, a thin guy. But funny. Are you married, or is that a child, a son of yours, or is that a husband? Because again, they're showing me the this guy, and he's like I don't know, and he has a good smile to him, but he's kind of like but there's something about something. Do they like him? I hate to say it that way because I don't. It's out in public, but take that back. Don't go there, because But it's they're for some reason they're showing me an image of a guy who is, again, beard, salt and pepper hair. we are getting divorced. Oh, okay, that's why.
So maybe they don't like it.
Yeah, they brought me to, yeah, they were bringing me that image for some reason, and I was like, why were they bringing me that? And yeah, was he funny? Does he have a good sense of humor? Because I'm getting they're either that or they're making fun of him. I don't know which it is, but I'm
Or
getting
they're
this
happy
funny feeling.
he's leaving.
Yeah, or exactly, maybe they're happy that this is probably the way it needed to be. I don't know. It's very strange, but I'm getting a happy feeling. So I thought maybe he was a happy person or a funny person. So yeah, okay. so you're getting divorced.
Wait,
Okay.
Dora, are you the one whose dad had the knee problem? Had the knee surgery earlier this year?
Well, no, he died last year.
Or sometime last, like I feel like both her mom used to come in and her dad, her mom used to come in, and then one day I kept getting something about a knee pain, and she was like, oh yeah, she's sitting next to my dad.
He said sometimes he was funny, but my family didn't like him. That was my ex. Okay, so okay, so then I guess they're happy that I think they're happy then that the situation is ended, because I'm getting a happy feeling. I thought maybe that he made them happy, but I guess it's the other way around. The situation's made them happy. How about Rachel? Does Rachel ring a bell? Is there a name Rachel there? Because they're mentioning Rachel. Do you have a sister named Rachel?
Was that the mom's name? I swore the mom used to, and maybe it's a different Dora, but there was a Dora, and I thought her mom used to come in on the live too.
I don't know. I'm getting Rachel.
That's her daughter.
Rachel is my daughter. Okay, because I'm getting Rachel too. That's the name they were giving me, Rachel. Okay. Wow. Okay. Rachel, they're telling me that Rachel's happy. Rachel's kind of happy that this is happening, apparently. So again, it seems like the family.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay, I'm like, I know that this. Okay, so Rachel is the daughter who usually comes in, and Dora is the mom. Okay, because I'm like, I know there's a Dora and somebody. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
So Rachel comes in. Rachel comes to our lives too.
Rachel is the person I think who we first encountered, and then Mom came in afterward. Because I'm like, no, that Dora name sounds familiar. And did your ex is the one who had the knee surgery? Is that correct, Miss Dora? Because I remember and I kept saying, oh, there's something about a knee, and she was like, oh, my husband just had knee surgery or something about his knee.
I think she said yes.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm like, I know I'm not crazy. Okay.
Your memory is amazing. Jesus criminy. I tell you, Angie is like, I'm always amazed because I can't remember Jack. I cannot remember Jack. And yet, wow, that's amazing.
So maybe Rachel is the one who just moved across country and wanted the big white truck. I don't know. I remember they keep showing me that big F-150, so I feel like they were supposed to move to Florida and then they stopped short.
Well, I'm getting again, not Rachel, Dora. The pressure you must be under, because again, I'm feeling this. Maybe this is what this eye thing is, because it's pressure. Maybe you're under a hell of a lot of pressure right now, because again, I'm getting this tweaking, and it hasn't. And so as soon as we move on, I'm sure this will stop, because this is just. It started coming with you, so I'm thinking it'll go with you as well. And if it doesn't, please take it with you. I don't need it. She says, Rachel McCants.
They are okay.
Oh, I remember Rachel McCants.
Exactly. That's like, I know these people.
Yes.
Listen, you are my people. I know you people. Listen, Dora and Rachel, I'm like, y'all are people. Y'all used to come here every week. I know y'all. Like, that energy is familiar, and they keep showing me that F-150, and I'm like, wait a minute, I am not crazy. I know these people. It's nice to see you all again.
Yes. I'm sorry I didn't recognize you all again. I remember Rachel McCants. I remember the name because that's a unique name. So, oh geez.
Oh my gosh, so much.
Well, good to see you guys in. But let Rachel know that your mom and dad were here, and that they're happy with things the way things are working out apparently. So. There you go.
All right. I
Crazy.
like that. All right. Miss Dora. I think things will pick up for you. I think it'll get better for you in 2023. You've endured a lot, and they're showing that, you know, you're at your breaking point. They're like, okay, we need to move this along or she's going to just fall apart. So
I'm hearing the song "I Will Survive." So there you go.
oh,
I will
listen,
survive.
and you know, so many people have redone that over and over and over in their own way. And there's this one lady who did it really, really slow. I can't remember her name. I just always put in "I Will Survive" and look at all the different artists who did it. She slowed it down from the disco version to a more R&B version, not like her version.
Oh, I heard that not so long ago. Was it Janelle? Was it Janelle?
I don't know. Okay, now you're gonna make me look it up, Lord.
Yeah. The one thing I got is I love this, and look at this. This is Celebration. So again, Celebration is coming. So know that Celebration is coming. That again that this is all working. It's working out the way it was intended to do. I'll put it that way. How's that? Whew. Wow. Good reading. Good reading. Thank you so much for sharing with that with Dora. Thank you, Dora. Wow. Interesting. Who is next then? Is next?
I think I'm talking about the Shantae Savage lady who did it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the person I'm thinking about.
Yeah, for some reason I was thinking Janelle. She's the one that is in that new movie with the glass onion, which is kind of like the Knives Out, and she's also did some other things, and she's amazing. Her voice. She's an actress, but her singing voice is phenomenal.
Oh my God, Don, have you been watching Wednesday?
Ed has watched the entire series. I only watched the first few episodes.
So, all right, I tried not to get into anything new because I wanted to. I still haven't finished Dead to Me. I still haven't finished Lock and Key. So everybody was talking about Wednesday. So I said, let me see what it's about. I loved it. She has visions, like she'll just enter a room or touch something and she'll get a complete vision and just see it all play out. And it just happens randomly. I don't think she knows how to control it yet. I love it. I'm on episode 4, I think it is. And now she's trying to uncover this mystery, but it is really good, Don. I think you would like it, especially when she has her visions, because it's just like, and for me, it's just like, yes, that's how it is. That's how it is. So I love it. And I like her little dark humor. She's such a smart mom. I love her.
I think it just finished White Lotus this week.
Oh, I haven't. They were talking about that on the radio. It's 3 seasons, or is it 2?
Second season, but they're going to probably do a third.
Okay, yeah, they were talking about that on the radio today. They were saying they wrapped it up good enough that if there's not a 3rd season, that's fine. But if they do have a 3rd season, that'll be good. But they did say it was good. I don't even have enough bandwidth to even get into that. Just too much.
But I love Jennifer Coolidge. She is so quirky and so strange. Whenever she's a character, it's Jennifer Coolidge being a character, and she is in this show. And I just
oh my gosh, it's so much good stuff on TV. And then I'm trying to keep up on all the Christmas movies. There's so much Christmas on TV, and I just love. So I just sit there and just be.
And Emily in Paris is coming. 3rd season's coming up too.
What is it?
Emily in Paris.
Oh, I don't. You know what? I don't listen, Don. That's another one I just had to add to my list, Lord.
A holiday treat when you get some time.
Exactly.
I didn't want to watch.
I just went and bought boxes today to move. I'm just so not ready for it.
Yeah, there's also you ever see the German show called The Dark or Darkness? Yeah, and then they did another show. The same people did another show, and Ed watches that one, and it's very.
It's so much. And I'll sit and watch the same things over and over that I've watched before. Like I can sit down and do a marathon of Frasier any day. Like that is still hilarious.
It's coming back.
Don't say that. What are you gonna do about the dad? Because he was funny and he died.
Yeah, he was. He was hilarious. But no, it's coming back. They did the first reading, the cold reading with the cast. They just finished it. And so they're going to go into production. So yeah, Frasier is coming back.
Are you serious? Listen, the reason Keena got into Frasier because it was the day or it was the weekend that the father died. And they did a marathon on TV and I was watching and I was laughing so hard. Keena was like, what are you watching? Keena ran through the entire catalog in like a week. Kina will devour a show, and she went through every single season in like about a week or two and was cracking up. It is deep. I love that show. It is hilarious. And Niles, listen, low key, I love Niles. He has some zingers.
Well, you know, it's interesting. I never watched the show when it was on TV.
I didn't either.
And then in reruns, I saw it one time, and I thought, well, this is kind of clever. And I avoided it because I didn't like the character that he was in of course, in Where Everybody Knows Your Name. What's that song? What's that song?
Cheers.
Cheers. And yet, when I watched it, I thought, God, he does it so well, though. He's such a obnoxious little shit.
My gosh, it is so. And listen, I had a friend. She used to be like, I gotta go. Like she would come visit you, and I think Frasier came on like 6 to 7 or something like that. She'd be like, I gotta go. Frasier coming on. I'd be like, for real, Frasier? Like whatever. And then I caught it that marathon, and when I say I was cracking up, I have been hooked ever since. I love me some Frasier.
Yeah. You know the same thing with Big Bang Theory. I never watched it when it was live and when it was done regular. And then I watched a few reruns with Ed, and I'm like, God, this is clever. This is funny.
Listen, I watched it while it was on. I wasn't very, consistent with it. But the reason I got into it is because he was from Roseanne. He was the boyfriend of Roseanne.
Yeah.
That was the whole reason why I watched the show. I was like, oh, let me watch this, and I watched, and that's why I got into it.
Well, and the daughter, Roseanne's daughter, came on the show too. Remember, and she played.
I remember his mom was the sister,
Jackie.
Lori Metcalf. Oh my goodness, she plays that mom so good.
Yes.
I love her.
You want to hear some trivia? Guess who plays young Sheldon's mom?
Ooh, wait. I see. Wait, who is she?
Lori Metcalf's daughter.
Oh, really?
Yes. Lori Metcalf plays the mother for Sheldon in the original, and her daughter plays young Sheldon's mother.
Oh my gosh, that is so neat how I would have never known that.
Yeah.
Oh, see
Crazy.
Little things like that you would never know.
Yes. No, I love that show. And I love that. I love Big Bang Theory. I don't know. I just love it.
It is so clever. It's just funny to me. I like it. Like I like simple stuff like that. That's not so hard for you to, you know what I'm saying? That like I used to watch This Is Us, and I stopped. It was so emotional. You were crying every week. It was so deep. It was so dramatic. And I was like, I just can't go through this much emotional highs and lows for 1 hour every week. And so I stopped watching it. I never finished it because it was so emotional. And then Crock Pot took me out. I watched it at work, and I was just boo-hooing like a fool. I had to go on a break. I was crying so hard.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I there's certain shows like right now, as you know, I've talked about before, Ghosts. I love Ghosts. It is actually ranked the #1 new comedy for the last 2 years. It is hilarious.
Really?
Yes, it is so funny, and it's on tomorrow night. It's on Thursday night.
I tried to get into it. The first season was just okay, and I went back and forth. Like I would watch it, then I stopped, then I watched it and stopped. So maybe I just need to get through that first couple episodes and get further in, and it'll be better.
Yeah, I love the wealthy woman. I love that character, the woman who plays that. She plays it so well. And then I also love the daughter, because the daughter was Reba's daughter.
It was.
The blonde, she was Reba's daughter.
You see, Reba has a new show coming out called The Hammer. She's gonna be a judge.
She's also on Sky, something Big Sky or something.
Yes, my friend was telling me about it. She was like, she must be in 2 shows. I love Reba. She is funny, and she was funny on Reba. That was a nice cast too.
Yep. In Houston, Texas. When I was in Houston, Texas.
And they were football to the max. I used to be like, yeah, you can tell this Texas because it's football.
Have you seen the boyfriend, the husband of the daughter? He went on to what is it, Anarchy? No, it was.
He's also on Dead to Me.
Shameless,
right? Interest on Dead to Me.
And he was on Was it Shameless? He was on too?
I don't know about Shameless, but I know he was on Dead to Me. I was like, wait, that's Van.
Yep. Well, after you see him on Ben, after you see him on Shameless, I forget which season it is. One of the episodes. you will then, from that point forward, call him Big Ben.
Oh, okay now.
You see
Listen,
a little
we'll
more. You see a lot more Ben than you
night.
ever think.
Oh.
Yes, 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 indeed. So with
Oh
that
my
said,
God.
let's
Miss
get a
Big.
love reading for what's her name?
Is it Miss Bic? B-I-C?
There you go.
All right. I've been shuffling these cards, so they should be pretty shuffled up good. So now I'm gonna get some good energy for you, Miss Bic. They show me a dove and you opening your hand, you want pure love and you're willing to let whatever you have go to find pure love. Like literally your hands were like this and then you opened them up and a dove came out. You want that pure love, that fairy tale love, that it makes your heart sing kind of love is what you want. But you haven't had that. It feels like you're in a relationship now, but you're not really happy about that relationship. And then I get the Two of Swords. You feeling bound. You're not knowing what to do. You're looking for the right answer and you don't seem to know. See how she's all tied up and she doesn't know what to do. Usually it's two swords and they do swords with birds on here. And so you feel bound up. I do feel like you're in a relationship and you're teeter-tottering between should I go, should I stay, should I go, should I stay? And it seems like you're getting more into go, 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 go. So that's what I got for you on that part. And then I'm going to try to get another one. Hey, Miss Crystal, she says she's back. Where did you go that fast? One more for you for love, Miss Bic. So I feel like you want a very romantic love, but that's not what you're getting. You're very frustrated and bound up and not happy in this, if you're in a current relationship. And they make me feel like you are, and that's what it is. You don't know what to do. She says she's not in a relationship, but did you just end a relationship? Because they make it seem like you're tied up and you don't know what to do. It could be a work relationship, but I got just a crush. No, this feels like somebody that you were in a relationship with and you didn't like it. But then this is you waiting on your ships to come in. I heard that crush. I don't think he's the one. There is someone coming, but it doesn't seem like it's that crush. You're waiting on love to come in. This is that 3. You've planned. You know what you want. Like you've set your intentions, or you know in your head what kind of love you want, and this is you just waiting on it to come for you. You're saying that you're not in a relationship, but they made me seem like either you just left one or you weren't happy about something. You can go ahead, Don.
Miss Vic, what's up with this? You like the bad boys? You tend to be drawn to the bad boys and you know they're going to hurt you. But even when you know they're going to hurt you, you tend to still want the bad boys. And guess what? You're not changing anytime soon. But guess what? You're also not going to find that right relationship, because the person you're looking for, the person that you want, is the person who will hurt you. And yet you're drawn to that same thing every time. So until you learn that lesson, until you learn to get beyond the bad boys, to find that there are also the good boys out there that can offer you what the bad boys do, except for the fact of hurting you. I mean, you set yourself up for this. You knew it coming in. I mean, look at this. Again, the light and the dark. You have 2 cards that were light and dark together. So again, it tells you the same thing. So unless you turn to your higher power and to your higher self and get out of that same cycle, you're going to continue to have the same result. So when you look for love, again, you've got to change your paradigm. You've got to shift your paradigm to you're worth more than you are, because again, you set yourself up to a short-term relationship because you choose relationships that are not fruitful based on bad boys.
Do you also worry about how he'll be received by others? Because I got the community card. This is that 4 of Wands. This is that 1111. Some people call it the marriage card, but I don't get it as a marriage card. I get it as community, but I get it as you being worried about what they'll think about your mate. And so instead of choosing somebody somebody sensible who's in that king energy, who's in that leadership energy, you keep, again, like Don is saying, picking the bad boy, the guy who looks good, who has the tattoos, who talks aggressive, who says it the way you want to hear it, but he doesn't treat you that way. And so they're saying if you would not worry about what others will say about him and pick somebody who is truly what you want, you would get this kingly guy, this person who is all about, leadership and knowing how to treat you and knowing how, because you know what you want, but that's not what you're picking. So you're picking what is appealing to people around you, or what would they think of this person if I got somebody who was more laid back, who was more business, who was a lot less kind of street is the word they're using. And so they're saying if you go for what you truly want versus what you think that everybody else will see you with or will be favorable to, you would get exactly what you want. Good night, Julie.
Hey, good night, Julie.
So that's what I got for you, Miss Big. So I do feel like love could be on the horizon again, because that's you waiting on your ships to come in. And then this right here is just that perception. If you would not worry so much about what people think and pick the person that you truly like based on how you feel about them and what you want in a man, you would definitely have this immediately. But like Don said, you have to make some better choices. So that's what I got for love. I don't see anything on the horizon for the next couple, not anything long term. I see some flings, like some doors opening and closing, but nothing major. I literally see doors opening and closing.
And look at this card, right? Now look at the word.
What does it say?
It is perception.
Okay.
Exactly what you had said.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Don, that is right on point. I love it when we're right here. We just, the cards match, we match, everything matches.
Yep. So when you said that, I was like, oh, geez, Whiz, this is the card. It's all about perception. It's like, get beyond perception. Give yourself the credit that you're worth more, and find somebody. But the problem again is you having to surrender to the fact that I don't know if you're ready for a relationship, because you want a broken relationship. You enter the broken relationship. I was a landlord. I'm still a landlord. I have a few properties, but I used to have a ton of properties. Angel knows this. And everybody's like, how could you guarantee you have a good tenant or whatever? Or and the point was, I would say, I bought the eviction. You buy your eviction when you rent. And what I mean by that is you look at the application, you go through it very well, and you know the signs of what tends to be an eviction. And so when you sign that, when you agree to a person coming in, or you have a really good sense whether they're going to be an eviction down the road or not. And so you do all you can to make sure they fit the criteria that you set. And this is the same situation with you. When you enter this relationship, the criteria that you set is a criteria that is a bit flawed, and therefore you have to adjust your criteria and maybe even change your focus if you want a long-term relationship. Otherwise, you go in and out of these things over and over again. That's the way it's going to be. So it starts with you. That's my point. So,
I like it.
So
that wasn't necessarily bad. It just means if you want it, you have to change the way that you look at the people that you want.
If you want something different, because if you want to keep doing what you're doing, you'll get the same results. If you want something different, you have to change what you're doing. So isn't it? It wasn't Einstein that said if you keep doing the same thing, that your crazy person is wanting to change, but yet doing the same thing. So
exactly.
That's kind of a crude way.
Been there, done that, Don. Been there, done that. Like, why am I doing this over and over again?
Exactly.
Hamster on a wheel. Hamster on a wheel. Listen, Spirit know when they show me a hamster on a wheel, I'll be ready to fight. Like, look, do not get on my nerves today. Spirit, they be like, just sit down. Like, you just running and you don't have to run. You literally can sit down.
So Madeline wants to know what Chris's current feelings for her are. Have you asked him? Have you had that conversation? Have you met him? I hate to say that, but there's so many they come on here and they're like, oh, I saw that person once and I'm gonna I want to have a relationship. It's like you haven't even met him yet. Lord have mercy. So, also, Madeline, are you still here? Madeline probably already left. She's like, Chris wasn't worth all that.
She hasn't said anything, and she was on YouTube, and YouTube is usually a little bit faster than. Actually, that may not be true because I'm looking at YouTube, and Miss Bick is still up on the screen on my TV, and we just changed it to Madeline, so maybe Madeline doesn't know.
Maybe so. Yeah, because Miss Bick just said thank you, so yeah, there's a delay there.
It's a delay.
Madeline,
That's why I put it on TV. I'm not getting any energy anyway on this person. So Don, you may be right. Are you in a relationship, or is she just wondering if he kind of sort of likes her out the corner of his eye? Because I don't get any energy between them. There's no sparks. It feels like a flat line to me. So I think you're wondering if he likes you or if he has any romantic feelings for you. And whether you're here or not, I'm just going to go ahead and do the pendulum. So does Chris have romantic feelings for Madeline? Or Madeline? And I'm getting a no almost immediately. So no, he doesn't have romantic feelings for you. Is Chris aware that Madeline likes him or her? And I got a yes, that Chris is aware that you like him or her, but I don't get any romantic feelings for you in that way. When I asked, does he have romantic feelings for you? I got to know. And then when I asked, does he know how you feel about him? I got a yes. So I'm not getting that there is the same feeling going back and forth. And that may be why you're asking, wanting to know, should you keep flirting with this person, or if you think that you're flirting with this person or whatever. But I don't get that there's a connection there. So that's what I got down, Miss Madeline.
It's more
Yeah. That's why it was flat. But when I asked the pendulum, it was like, no, he doesn't have romantic feelings. And he does know how she feels. He just doesn't feel the same.
Well, next in line is Firefly. Love that name. Firefly Magic Glow. Hello, hello, you're good. How receptive would Ann feel about seeing me over the Christmas, New Year's break? Thanks. Again, this is for Firefly. Firefly, have you asked Ann? Did you have that conversation? I would suggest if you're going to have that conversation with us, you should probably have the conversation with that person.
I feel like if he wanted you to come, that would be something that you would have already discussed. Like, oh, I'm thinking, because now it's pretty late to be buying tickets and the prices are going to be astronomical. So I would think if there was some sentiment of wanting you to come, he would ask. But I would, I can do the pendulum again. Does Ann want Firefly Magic Glow to come visit him over the Christmas break or New Year's? Oh, I gotta know. Jesus.
I think someone's gonna be surprised that it's not him.
Exactly. Is there a third party with this person? Because I get you single here and then a couple here. So that's how I'm seeing it. And I'm not saying that that's necessarily what it is, but that's how they're showing it to me.
I got the no too. I think that you may be the one surprised.
Yeah.
Firefly, you may be very surprised. So leave it there. Next in line is Firefly here? Firefly, are you still here?
She said, yeah. She said she hasn't asked. I'm not sure if there is another with him.
Well, I would not. I just don't make it.
That's why there's been no expression of you or wanting you to come there. I get the Two of Cups, but I get it on this side. So like how me and Don are split, it's like a single person here and then there's a couple here, and I get this, but not in the pain where you're at. I get it over in the other side. So that's a romantic connection. I don't get it for you and this person. And then the Hanged Man I got, you're basing a lot of your future decisions on what the outcome of your relationship is going to be. Like, should I move where he is, or ask him to move here? Should we get a place together? Like, you're basing a lot of your future decisions on what the outcome of this relationship should be. And they're saying stand your ground, stand your ground, like stand in the position you're in and don't move forward with that. So stand your ground and wait. And then yeah, I'm not getting that you should base all your future plans on that, Miss Firefly Glow. So that's all I got.
Yeah.
Sorry. Who's next?
I just have one card, and that's not a very positive card. So I just don't surprise them. Don't. Again, you may wind up getting the surprise you're not in line for. If you're gonna visit, go visit. Have the call.
I would also just be like, so what are you doing for Christmas? Are you going to be visiting family? Blah, blah, blah. Just kind of gauge what he's going to be doing. And then was like, oh, were you thinking we should spend time? Like, you can slip into that conversation very slowly by, again, what are you planning on doing for Christmas? Or are you going to visit your family? Or blah, blah, blah. Anything like that to get it started. And then, kind of walk it through to, did you consider coming to see me or us spending Christmas together? So that's how you could walk it through if you really want to know. But I'm not getting that you're going to get a favorable result with that.
Hopefully that helps you at least navigate the situation. That's the most important thing. Next in line, and again, I think by asking the question, I think you kind of probably sensed something yourself. Otherwise, probably the question would not have been answered the way it was, or asked the way it was. Next in line is Paula Black. Would like to have an ancestor and spiritual reading, please.
Okay, so immediately my guides are like this because there's some dishonesty here. My guides are not wanting to budge because I there's some dishonesty here. And I'm not getting a message from your ancestors or spiritual beings, but I do hear I'm psychic, right? So my guides are not giving me any information because there's something not honest about this. So I'm not going to go any further. I'm not even going to argue with them. If they're saying no, then I'm saying no.
Yeah, I'm getting nothing that draws me. Nothing's pulling out. Nothing's flying out. Nothing's jumping out at me. At least not tonight, because
I keep hearing why. So Spirit is telling me why. That is what I keep hearing over and over again. Why. You're not getting a message. So that's what I'm getting.
Exactly.
So that's all I got. Is there anybody else, or was that the last? That was the last person?
That was the last one. We are pretty much done for the night.
We made it down through. How many?
2 hours and 37 minutes.
Oh, I was also looking at the calendar, like Don, literally in like a week, it is almost like Christmas, like just, whoa.
Next Sunday, right? Scary.
It went so fast. I swear it was just like Valentine's Day, and now it's like, here we are again at Christmas. Which means that my son is halfway through his junior year, and we have like one more whole year to go, and then May 2024, ta-da!
Yes, it's interesting because that last year for Michael, it started off slow, and by the time mid-year happened, his senior year flew through, and you're like, wait a minute, what happened? It was like really slow the first part of the school year, and then just like boom, gone so fast.
Exactly. It's like, take your yearbook picture, take your cap and gown picture, order your cap and gown, order your yearbook. You're like, whoa, and it's just like boom, back. So it's a lot.
It is, and get the checks, because graduation is not cheap. The graduation, everything. There's a cost for the book. There's a cost for the robe. There's a cap. There's a cost for this. There's a cost for that. There's a cost for even thinking you're going to graduate. There's a thinking cost. I mean, it's like, just give me a break. They charge you because, you know, you. I mean,
And last I checked, Brandon's yearbook was like $75, maybe $100 now. Every year I feel like it go up, but and I'm like, Brandon, do you want one? Nope, he doesn't want one. So I think I got 9th grade, and then I want to get 12th grade. Like, I try to get those milestone years since he doesn't care about the years in between. So I really want to get his senior one, but Brandon could care less.
Michael was the same way. He didn't want any of them. He's like, nope, not interested, not interested, not interested. And I'm like, Michael, down the road, nope, don't want them. I'm like, whatever. He didn't even want to go to graduation. He was like, I don't want to go. And I'm like, no, you're going. And he's like, no, I don't want to go.
This is the culmination of everything we put into you. We're going.
Exactly. I'm like, this is our celebration too. Yeah.
If Brandon don't want to go, I will be accepting that on Brandon's behalf.
Yep. The only thing is
walking across that stage when they say Brandon here. Exactly.
Once Michael got there and once he went through the process, he was happy he did, and he was celebrating with all his friends, and he felt good. But we had to drag him to that point of you're going to your graduation. You know, it's like, this is not an option. He's like, I don't want to go. No. You're going. You are going. It's crazy. No, actually, Sarah, we didn't miss you. You did not make the list. Unless I missed something, I don't see your name on the list.
I don't recall her name being on the list. And I don't recall that name from almost 3 hours ago.
Yeah, the list is rolling across the screen, Sarah. Your name is definitely not on the list. So no, we did not miss your reading. You did not make the list. And therefore, you know, I come back tomorrow morning or come back on the Sunday with Angie. Angie will be back here Sunday. 3 p.m. Mountain Time, I think is right, Angie, is it right? And then she'll be back also, and then Monday, Shauna's back, and then Wednesday and Thursday, I'm back with Angie and Shauna again. So there are other options, but unfortunately, this is not the night. And I think I just lost Angie. So on what list you say? The list is at the bottom of the screen. If you look on the bottom of the screen, it shows the list. And again, it was a list of people who came in earlier and asked for a reading, and then they were added to the list. So that's the list that's the list we're speaking of. So unfortunately, again, you did not make the list. You didn't come in early enough. So that's it. I'm here, but the camera, I know I see it, Angie. The camera is not working because I can hear you, but I can't see you. So technology is crazy. With that said, so with that said, I think we'll call it a night because again, Angie's not being able to reconnect. So everybody have a great evening. By the way, again, Angie and I are sending holiday wishes to everybody. And as we head off with Angie taking a dramatic exit there with the camera going bad, we're going to give Angie this one.
The drama? Could it be me?
Once again.
The drama? Could it be me?
So as we leave this night, as you head off to sleep, for those of you who are in this part of the world, most importantly, make those affirmations. Tell the world what it is you expect. Tell the world what is coming your way. Make sure you're sending the positive energy out there, telling the world what is coming to you, and you will get it in return over time. Remember, mean what you say what you mean. Do not let this be frivolous. And more importantly, don't take something to bed with you that you can't sleep on. So again, do not hold on to things. What do we do? What do we say? Let them go. So with that said, have a great evening, everybody. From Angie, myself, and Kina, we will talk to you again later this weekend. Again, Angie will be back on Sunday. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Have a great one. Thanks for joining us. This is Don signing off. Adios.